What's up, everybody? This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman Like That Podcast, and this week's sponsorship is from Newsly. Newsly is a all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android. It picks up web articles about the most trending topics on the web at any given moment and read them to you in a natural human voice. For the first time in ever on the internet, the entire web becomes listenable, all in one place. Browse articles from topic you choose, start playing, start scrolling, and start listening. You can follow any topic as you specifically as you like, from sports, science to Bitcoin, even for the Kardashians. It will find you on the latest article and you read them to you out loud. And they have podcasts as well. Explore trending podcasts from over 50 countries. Our podcast, MrGentleman Like That Podcast, is on there as well. Yes, it is. Shout out to Newsly for that. I started using it as my default podcast app. Download and use Newsly for free from www.newsly.me or from the link in the description. Use the promo code MrGentleman that I will also put in the description and receive 1 month free premium subscription. So you already know, y'all, download Newsly now. Check it out. Support them, y'all. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman Like That Podcast, and enjoy the show. You are now listening to MrGentleman Like That Podcast presents the Old School Show with Ken, aka MrGentleman,
and the star Roddy Rod, where we talk anything old school.
True. Yes, hello everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, 1/4 of the Premiere Boyz Podcast, your host of MrGentleman Like That Podcast. And welcome to another new episode of MrGentleman Like That Podcast presents the Old School Show. Hope all is well. And you already know myself and the star Roddy Rod is back with another new episode of the Old School Show. And on this episode, we are doing our first part of our new saga that we're going to be doing every here and there called The Highlight, where we highlight an artist, a movie, a TV show, or anything that's old school related, but with one highlight topic. And for this topic, we are discussing the king of pop, Michael Jackson, from when he was in Jackson 5, from all his music career, for all the fun facts and many more. But of course, me and Roddy not only just here, we have a special guest. We got hip-hop artists, 1/4 of the Premiere Boyz Podcast, the new host of the Bridge Podcast that come in June. We got my bro, Lone Little Chief, Malimal, on the show for the first time on the Old School Show. And this was a very fun episode and a ton of surprises. And you already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back.
This is the star Roddy Rod, and you are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman of MrGentleman Like That Podcast, and this commercial break is brought to you by MrGentleman Like That Podcast, where we bring many guests telling about their stories about their brand they got going on. Also about me telling y'all my personal stories about things that are going on in my life. Also, we have many spin-off shows on MrGentleman Like That Podcast called the Old School Show with myself and the star Roddy Rod, where we talk anything old school, which happen every 4th or 5th Sunday at 12 a.m. on the MrGentleman Like That Podcast Network. And another spin-off show called A Conversation About Music Podcast, where we talk to many artists about their music journey. And also we have a roundtable music discussion about anything music, and which should come on every first Sunday at 12 a.m. on MrGentleman, Lifestyle Podcast Network. And yeah, you already know, if y'all need a podcast to listen to, check out MrGentleman, Lifestyle Podcast. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Good Pod, and many more. Y'all can rate the show 5-star rating on Good Pod, Podchaser, and Apple Podcast. You know, the more y'all rate, the more love the show get. Y'all can also check it out on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube now. Ken, aka MrGentleman, Lifestyle TV. And also support the website of MrGentleman, Lifestyle Podcast, MrGentleman, LifestylePodcast.com. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, and have a good day, night, wherever you're listening to this episode. Back to the show. True.
Yo. This is the fresh one. They call me Malimal, the man. And you're listening to the Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast with my boy, the gentleman, Ken. Shouldn't be anywhere else right now.
Yes, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And you already know this is MrGentleman, Lifestyle Podcast presents the Old School Show. And y'all already know I got my bro, my co-host, 1/4 of the Premiere Podcast, my bro, the star Roddy Rod. Welcome to the Old School Show.
Yes. Welcome to the Old School Show. We talk everything old school. What's good? Yeah.
There it go. And you already know today we got our first part of the highlight. Y'all probably wonder, what is the highlight? So the highlight is when we discuss one artist or movie or show, and we discuss for the whole episode. And this is the first installment, and honestly, we've been preparing for this episode for a very long time, me and Roddy, for a very long time. This was supposed to be the original finale of season 1. But you know, we have to get our facts right because we don't want to disappoint nobody. So we put it back into now. But and this episode is about the king of pop, Michael Jackson. But y'all know, y'all not gonna just hear us two, man. We had to bring somebody in, and you know, this is the bro, man, a talented brother, you know, hip hop artist, 1/4 of the Premiere Boyz Podcast. He got a new podcast called The Bridge. We got the bro. Let me do the explanation right. You know, he been on the show before. He been on the show a couple of times. He be on the show even more too in July. Here come Long Little Chief, Malimal. Welcome to the show, bro. Welcome to the Old School Show. Like Malimal is in the Old School Show for the first time.
What's up? You know, as always, I'm super excited to be here. I'm always honored when I get invited on these shows, and plus, the topic today, I had to be a part of it. Had to. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. So, listen, I'm ready to go. Old School Show meets Malimal. Let's get it in.
Yes, you already know. And yes, and the topic today is Michael Jackson, the king of pop, man. We know we're all fans, man. We know what this man did for the music industry, man. And of course, we're gonna start with the first question. I got ask both of y'all. I got ask this myself too. Like, what was the first song that got you into Michael Jackson? What made you a fan? As far as you could remember, what made you a fan?
For me, what made me a fan? The very first song that I knew of Michael Jackson, that I knew I loved, was probably "Remember the Time." Right, all that, the Egyptian dancing, the 48-minute long video. That was a long video. Oh, all of that whole energy of that song. I still love that song to this day. Like, I could play it no matter how many times I've played it and still just vibe out.
Dope.
Settle that.
Yeah, Roddy, what about you, Roddy?
Man, as I was growing up, I always heard PYC on the radio. That was the first song I fell in love with.
Dope. Yeah, PYC was a dope song. But you know, for me, you know, I gotta take it way back. Way back in time. I've been keeping a fan of Michael Jackson because he was in the Jackson 5. And the reason why I say the Jackson 5 because my family, especially my aunt, used to play Jackson 5 a lot, from the Christmas album to all the other stuff. And then, of course, we got Off the Wall and Thriller, because we had the albums as a kid and stuff like that. So I've always been a Michael Jackson fan. But it's early for this, but y'all want to hear story time?
Yeah.
Story time. Okay.
Good. So y'all already know. I mentioned this many times. So even though I was a Michael Jackson fan as a kid, I was afraid of the video Thriller. And,
you were afraid?
Yes, I was afraid of the video Thriller as a kid. Yes, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I was afraid, because I used to love the song, I used to love the album and stuff like that. But when you watch the video Thriller, I was scared of it. When you see the monster and stuff like that, I was really afraid of it to the point that I could not. And I could only listen to his music, but I could not watch none of his video because I was so afraid of Thriller and stuff like that. And it took me a while to really even get over that fear. But we all know that even with that, me being afraid, he was a masterpiece. With that in that video alone and stuff like that. But I want to tell that little story that I had a little was afraid of Thriller as a kid, stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure I know some people that say that wasn't the only one. So I'm happy about that. I'm pretty sure y'all wasn't, but
no, I definitely wasn't. I came up in an era where like the freaking horror stuff had gotten really good. So by the time I actually went back and saw the Thriller video for the first time, I was just like, oh, this is cool. But I understand you. I understand you fully. I remember, y'all ever played Super Mario World?
Yeah.
I couldn't play the ghost boards because I was afraid of the ghosts.
Oh, wow.
I remember one time I tried to beat a board with the TV off because the ghosts, I don't know what about them. It's so fucking unsettling. Like, it's so unsettling. So I get you.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you, man. But I was also afraid because I got another story, but this could be a little bit more weirder. It's related. So I was watching Jackson 5 American Dream as a kid. But it was one thing that made me afraid was the Apollo, the Sandman and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was afraid of the Sandman as a kid too for a little bit. And that was one of the weirdest things. So, because I never could watch the whole thing. I know the Sandman was on the American Dream, so I was like, oh my God, I'm kind of afraid to scare me through. Like,
that's hilarious.
I was a weird kid, I was a weird kid. But let's get back on track. Though. But yeah, that's a little story about me being afraid of Thriller stuff like that. But I've always been a fan. But for that short period of time, I was afraid, and we all had our little phrase as a kid, stuff like that.
Of course.
But what are your top 3 favorite MJ songs? I know this is a hard one. I know this is a hard one for me too. But let's see what you got.
3.
Yeah, 3. At least 3.
All right, top 3 favorites. You going first, Roddy, or I'm going first?
You're going first. I don't even know yet.
Listen. All right, my top 3 favorite Michael Jackson songs. And this is always hard because Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson, but I gotta go with the ones that are always in my spirit. So, coming in at number 3, Remember the Time off that Dangerous album. Coming in at number 2, and this is going to be probably controversial because I'm pretty sure nobody has this song in their number 2 spot but me. But I'm gonna go with I'm actually gonna go with Heaven Can Wait. Off the Invincible album.
Damn.
Okay. That's a
sleeper.
Very sleeper.
And my number 1 favorite Michael Jackson song of all time, Lady of My Life. Oh, Thriller.
That is a beautiful song. I ain't gonna hold
that. Oh my God. Like, I know, we in the 2020s, nobody really do romance no more, but like, if you want to hear a romantic song just by the lyrics without having to be, leading into like hypersexuality, any of that, if you want to hear some pure love songs. Those 3 songs, mostly that last one though. I feel like that last one is the perfect love song.
It is, yo. It is, man. That's an amazing song, yo. I love that song too, yo. Hold on, Roddy, do you wanna go next, or you want me to go?
Yes, I'll go next.
All right, do you think, Roddy? Do you think?
So number 3 has to be Butterflies.
Okay.
Number 2, Billie Jean.
Not my lover.
Yes. And number 1, so damn hard to pick.
Oh, how to say that again?
I said number 1 was so damn hard to pick.
Oh, number 1. Oh, give it a try, Roddy. Give it a try, son. I know it's hard. Give it a try.
I'm gonna have to say PYT for number 1.
Very interesting, number 1.
Yeah, that is a very interesting one. I love PYT too. I love PYT. Well, I'm gonna pick. Oh man, this is kind of hard because, man, 2 of them I got for honorable mention though. But I had to pick my 3 favorite. Number 3, Rock With You, Off the Wall. Number 2, Lady of My Life, Thriller. Number 1, Human Nature, Thriller. Yeah.
Human Nature definitely made it to my top 5.
Yeah, I mean, I love
Rock With You makes it to my top 10.
I'm not gonna hold you. It was hard to pick between Later in My Life and Human Nature, though. I'm not even gonna lie. And PYT is definitely in my top 5 as well. Also got Smooth Criminal in my top 5, but yeah, this
was a good one too.
Yeah, this was a hard pick. I'm not gonna hold you, but before we get to the actual conversation, I asked people on Facebook, what are their favorite Michael Jackson song. But I'm about to read some of them out. Shout out to my guest who was on my guest for the show, Esther Rose. She said, "Remember the Time." She agreed with you, Malimal.
Remember, it's hard to beat that song.
It really is
hard.
I got my homegirl from elementary school. She came in and said, "Will You Be There?" The Earth song, and Stranger in My Cell.
Stranger in Moscow?
Yeah, Moscow. Moscow. Yeah.
Stranger in Moscow. That's actually a pretty good song too.
Yeah.
That would make it.
I couldn't get into that one.
No, that's a nice one. No, that's a nice song.
I couldn't get to Stranger in Moscow. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna hold you. I heard you. I heard that song like around when he died. And I never heard the song before, but I heard it. I like, yo, this song is really smooth though. Like, I don't know, there's something about that song. Like, G. Louise. I like, this song is nice and stuff like that. And so I got my homegirl who on Facebook. She said, Off the Wall. She agreed with Roddy and said PYT, and agreed with Roddy again with Butterflies.
All right.
Butterflies was really good. Shout out to Marsha Ambrosia for them background.
Oh yes.
Yes.
And we're gonna dive into more. We're gonna dive into more of those songs too. Also, somebody else who know who about Tori's buddy. She also said Butterflies, and she also said Remember the Time.
Do you remember? So far, 2 for Remember, 2 for Butterflies.
2 for Remember. Also, shout out to my homegirl Momo. She also said something. She said Remember the Time as well. She said Remember the Time as well. And she said, yeah, remember that. A lot of them like Remember the Time. And she said Black and White.
Oh wow, that was a tech choice.
Yeah.
That makes sense into my top 30.
Yeah. The other person who was anonymous, she said, Given to Me. Who is it? Remember the Time. She had a lot of Remember the Times. Billie Jean, Thriller.
Wait, hold on. Go back. She said Given to Me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What is Given to Me
for that? You remember that?
I forgot what album that's from.
That is on
I forgot what album. I feel like is that from History? Or
yes. I feel like it is from History.
It's History or Dangerous. I feel like it's in one of those. History or Dangerous. I feel like it.
I discovered this song because of Charles Hamilton.
Oh yeah.
A sample he had on L Word 3. And then I went back to it. Like his samples on the L Word were abstract but fun. And it helped me put me on the songs that I didn't know before that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. She also
it was dangerous. It was dangerous.
It was dangerous. I figured it was dangerous. It was dangerous. She also said, "Off the wall, leave me alone." Dirty Diana. What you would be starting something that she not like. The Earth song, Break of Dawn.
Break of Dawn.
And Rock With You. And You Rock My World, my bad. You Rock My World. And also, we got two more people that's clinging that said PYT, who also agree with Roddy. And Ben. Wow.
Ben?
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Right? Wow. Neither. And last but not least, I got my old boss who also wrote in the thing. Said, "Where you want to be, where you are. Baby Be Mine, PYT, and Off the Wall."
Ooh. A lot of low Michael out here.
Yeah, and we see a lot of people like Remember the Time. Like, gee Louise, like that is a lot, you know. So that's
a classic, and it's been being memed a lot lately.
It have, man. That'd be a classic, man. But now it's time to get to the actual conversation. Time to get to the main event. We gonna dive into every Michael Jackson throughout his career. And of course, we can't start with we can't talk about Michael Jackson. But I'll talk about where he originally from, which is the Jackson 5.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna say Gary Indiana.
So tell me how y'all feel about Jackson 5 and what was your favorite song of Jackson 5? From Jackson 5.
Well, my favorite song. Oh, go for it, Roddy.
Yeah, go for it, Roddy.
Yeah, I said, well, the Jackson 5 was dope. During that time they had the group of 5, brothers, and Michael singing the ABC song and Dancing Machines was definitely the two songs that I gravitated to for Jackson 5. It was great. It was a good time for Motown, and very successful. So I gotta say,
there you go.
My favorites from the Jackson 5 era was honestly came after they became the Jacksons because of a dispute with Motown.
Yeah.
Because I love Blame It on the Boogie.
Yep.
Blame It on the Boogie. Love it.
And I think that the first song Michael actually wrote, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the first song he actually wrote as we got freedom. Because remember, he was a Motown, he didn't get that freedom to write song. So I think this was his actual first song he wrote. I believe it's his first song he wrote, if I'm not mistaken. But
I do a little fact check.
Yeah, if you ain't know, we do that fact check. But I know when he got to CBS and Ethic, they started to get like a little bit more writing freedom and stuff like that when they became the Jacksons.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, but for me, I gonna have to agree with Mali on this one. I do love when they went with the Jacksons and playing on the boogie and Can You Feel It, and of course they got the song called Let Me Show You, and stuff like that. And I heard all those songs, I heard those songs before, but I started listening to those Jackson songs from the Jackson recently, and I'm like, yo, how come I never really heard the Jackson album? Because it sounds really dope, like stuff like that, And of course, we had to go back, where you are and ABC, and I Want You Back, and Never Say Goodbye. I love those songs too, And I also did Dancing Machine. That was a dope song too.
Never gonna say goodbye, girl.
Facts.
So basically,
Michael Jackson did not write that though.
He did wrote that. Okay, got it. Okay, got it.
Nick Jackson, Dave Jackson, and Elmore wrote that.
Okay, I got it. But I know he did wrote a lot. I know he did wrote songs when he went to Jackson though. I thought it was Blame It, but thank you for giving that fact, Malimal.
So I got a question.
Yeah, what up, Roddy?
So basically, they evolved when they became the Jacksons from the Jackson 5, right?
Basically, yeah. Yeah, it's a long history.
Was Michael still with them? He was still with them at the beginning, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, I got some key facts I want to bring to y'all because we know a lot of people did not know much about the Jackson 5. So I want to drop down some key facts real quick, and yeah, so I'm gonna drop those key facts because you know, if people who've seen the movie, that movie is pretty much 95% true, basically, of the American Dream. So a lot of it did happen. But it's something that they didn't add in the movie that, you know, I'm gonna read right now. So yeah, so let me know when y'all ready.
I'm ready now.
Alright, so you really know in the movie they said they did like Michael them, they perform at the Apollo. One thing they did say is Gladys Knight was there that night, and she sent them their tape to Berry Gordy, but Berry Gordy turned them down.
Oh,
for the first time. So on November,
what?
Yeah,
he turned them down the first time.
He turned them down the first time. Yeah, he turned them down. Yeah, he
That's
did.
crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that until I did the research. Gladys Knight was at the Apollo the night they won. She sent them the tape to Berry Gordy. Berry Gordy turned them down and sent the tape back. And
wow.
Yeah. So before they got to Motown, they were signed to a record deal called Still Town Records, and that was like November 1967. So in 1968, they tried again for Motown again. But Berry Gordy rejected them again because he did not want to sign another kid star. Here's a question: Who was that kid star that he signed?
The other kid star he signed, Berry Gordy.
Yeah.
Come on! I know being in Miss Tina's class gotta help me out.
This gotta be easy, son. We gotta know that he's a legend. He's still alive to the day. He's a legend.
Stevie Wonder.
There you go. Yeah, Stevie Wonder was the other kid star. Yep. Yeah. But eventually, Berry Gordy did sign them. He did sign them to a long-term deal.
Probably because Stevie worked out so well.
Yeah. So in March 1969, Diana Ross discovered them, and she made Michael Jackson into an 8-year-old sensation. Which, in reality, he wasn't 8 years old. He was 11.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Then of course, the debut album, Diana Ross Presents, Diana Ross and the Jackson 5. That was the first album. That was in December of 1969.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So there you go. So the first song, of course, was "I Want You Back," which became their first #1 in 1970. Then following after that was ABC, "The Love You Saved," "I'll Be There," and many more.
Hey, will we get copyrights if I sing like all of these songs?
I hope not. I hope not. I really hope not. So next later, they became really big. They had board games and even a cartoon.
They had a board game?
Yeah, I didn't know about the board game.
What could have been the premise of that board game?
I did not know, but I did not know. I didn't know they had a board game. I didn't know about the cartoon.
Roll the dice. Dance. Well.
So here's a fun fact that I think a lot of people would not know. Michael Jackson, Off the Wall was not Michael Jackson's first solo album.
No, it was not.
Okay, so you knew about it. You knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so his first solo album was in 1971, which was Got to Be There. And then it was Ben.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ben was an album?
Yes,
yeah, it was
he
an album.
was.
Yeah,
Album
it
and a
was
song.
an album and a song, yeah. It was an album
I know about the song.
Yeah.
Then later, he came up with 2 more solo albums called Music and Me
Mm-hmm.
and Forever Michael, which was
Right.
1973 and 1975. So, of course, also around that time, Michael Jackson, they came out with another album that had Dancing Machine, which also became the #1 song. So by 1975, Jackson 5 left Motown without Jermaine Jackson when Randy replaced Jermaine, and they went to Epic Records and CBS.
That's when they became the Jacksons.
Yeah, that's when they became the Jacksons, yes. And then they had 4 albums under CBS, which was self-titled The Jacksons, that was produced by the legendary Gamble and Huff. Yeah, that album was fire, yo. That album was fire. I love that album.
Shout out to Gambling.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Then they had another album called Going Places. Then they had Destiny that had I think that had Blame It. I believe that had Blame It on the Boogie. I believe that's the album that had Blame It
on the Boogie.
Yeah, and then we had Triumph that had Heartbreak Hotel and
Oh, I love that freaking song too. That's definitely in the top
that song. Yeah, I love that song too, and stuff like that. And there you go. That's the facts about Jackson 5. Later, Michael and Marlon left the Jackson 5 later, and we pretty much know what happened next. What we're about to talk about now.
Mm-hmm.
So before we talk about what happened next, I believe it was 1977. He met Quincy Jones, the legendary Quincy Jones.
Quincy,
yeah, shout out to him, man, legendary man. And Quincy Jones got him on The Wiz, which was, of course, with Diana Ross and Nipsey Russell and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then on 1978, August 1978, Off the Wall was born. So now, tell me about Off the Wall and what's your favorite song Off the Wall?
Oh, hands down, off the wall. It gotta be Rock With You. Rock With You. Even though that Off the Wall had some low key joints. Off the Wall itself is just had some joints, but hands down, if you asking for my favorite, gotta be Rock With You.
What about you, Roddy?
Man, Off the Wall, so many. I would have to say, I Can't Help It, but I also got to say Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Oh, yeah.
Love the tech choice.
Yes. Man. Off the Wall, man. I had that album as a kid, so I love Off the Wall, man. Off the Wall, honestly, I'm gonna say this. Off the Wall was a sleeper album for Mike. I feel like Off the Wall did not get that much credit the way they should have got. You know,
you definitely right about that.
Yeah.
And the what made Off the Wall more popular is when he got more popular.
Yes.
And then people realized how good it was, because this album did not do the numbers.
Yes. Before I continue about Off the Wall, we got another special guest that just came in.
Oh,
we got Mr. Aaron King Talk Sands from King Talk with Aaron Sands and the Premiere Podcast. Mr. King Talk Sands, welcome to the show. This was a pleasant surprise.
What's going on, guys?
This is a pleasant surprise. We got King Talk Sands in the building. Wow.
I just wanted to stop by real quick to give a quick shout out to you guys on this old school show. Especially you guys been doing. Y'all been doing amazing work, and amazing work don't get appreciated a lot in these days and ages. So, on a calm Saturday afternoon, I figured why not, stop by and, show y'all guys some love and appreciation on what y'all been doing on the podcast space.
Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to the day. Appreciate it, bro. You ain't know. You've been on a couple of the show, and now we got you back on the show again. So since you're on, we are discussing Off the Wall. We are discussing Off the Wall. And what he say about Off the Wall, son? Now we got
Off the Wall, right?
Hold on, yo. What's your favorite song Off the Wall, and how you feel about Off the Wall? And also, what was your favorite? What's your 3 top favorite MJ song? Period. Let's start with that.
All right. So real quick, 3 top MJ songs off top. Basically off the top, I would say Thriller, Lady of My Life, Human Nature.
There you go.
Shout out to Lady of My Life. So Thriller was your favorite album, I should assume.
Basically.
Yeah. Thriller's all-time favorite album.
Heard.
Purple Haze is a close second.
Bro.
But if you're talking about Off the Wall,
you're off the wall now. Yeah, tell us about Off the Wall. Like, how you feel?
Favorite song too.
My favorite single song, Off the Wall. Are we talking about like the remaster version or the original version?
Don't matter.
I can give you a top 3 real quick. I could do let's do was Human Nature on Off the Wall? Just wanted to clarify.
That was Thriller. I really like Thriller.
I really like Thriller. I really did. Because you know there was all right, with Michael Jackson, right? It's a little different because I usually like gauge, people's like artists' respect off like a certain song, right?
Yeah.
But for him, like, all right, the song, right, at least solo wise, was Billie Jean. That guy, he got everybody respect on that shit on the solo tip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Billie Jean's a top 3. Liberian Girl is a top 2. Off the Wall, number 1. That's the second biggest album in comparison. Like, it's like Thriller, Off the Wall, and then
Bad.
The second biggest album was Bad.
I think
no, at least my favorites. I'm talking my favorites. Oh, it's my favorite.
Gotcha. My bad.
I'm gonna have to go with Invincible.
Yeah.
Listen, that's a sleeper, bro. Like, nobody, you get on the event, like, people keep talking about Bad. I'm like, Bad was just as definitive as Thriller, yeah. But I don't know. People really sleep on Invincible. Like, that was like, I don't want to say that was his last great work, but
it literally was his last work.
Off the Wall though, was one of the sleeper albums. I feel like that was also one of the sleeper albums, but I feel like it didn't get enough credit at all. I mean, and stuff like that. But my favorite Off the Wall, that's a lot. Louise, Rock With You was one of my favorite. I Can't Help It. And also,
I Can't Help It. I still have that on my Spotify playlist.
Yeah, and
I love I Can't Help It.
Me too, yo.
I'm pretty sure I've sampled it twice.
I think you probably. I would not be surprised, son. I would not be surprised.
Who was it? Fab sampled. I Can't Help It.
Fab did.
Yes, he did.
With Baby. Yeah.
And low key, Ryan Leslie did as well.
Oh, he did. Yeah. He did. He did. Well,
Addiction. Mm-hmm.
Addiction. Yep. And also,
which also had Fab on it. So these
motherfuckers
just love this song.
Like, this was it. Like, that was it for them.
Fab cannot tell me what was his favorite Michael Jackson song, because I'm strongly going to believe it's I Can't Help It.
I'm pretty sure it is. And I also like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, and also Off the Wall too. Y'all already know Stevie Wonder wrote that song.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
Wait, he wrote the song Off the Wall?
No, he wrote Can't Help It.
Oh.
Can't Help It.
I can believe it.
Yeah. You see, Stevie was all over that. I ain't gonna hold you. Stevie definitely was all over that.
That's why I'd be like, all right, if you really want to delete Stevie Wonder, I heard a podcast of yours recently, actually. I had certain days in my schedule where I would just listen to podcasts, and I came across one of yours, and I think Vanna B said something like, "Oh, Stevie Wonder could go over Whitney Houston." And I know this is completely unrelated, but if you're talking about Stevie Wonder having a go, you also got to include the fact that if he did write I Can't Help It, that goes too. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there's certain things that can't go. Like, a lot of people don't know the depths. Yeah, a lot of people don't know the depths of that sort of the writing of his work. You know what I'm saying? The writability of his work. That's the thing that people fail to realize. So when you talk about, he gotta go. Nah, bro. Whitney Houston gotta go. Her and the little crack spoon gotta go.
Oh my god. Listen. That's a whole different conversation.
That's all right.
This is the Michael Jackson episode, man.
I'm sorry. I remember that. I had to talk about that. I had to talk about that.
I get it. You can't, like I said, when I said on that episode, Date Night Talk episode, you can't delete Stevie Wonder, because he created many project songs. Yeah, he helped out with a lot of Michael Jackson songs too, from this album, from Thriller, and from Bad. Like Michael Jackson, I mean, Stevie Wonder played a big part of Michael Jackson's career. You know, so if we want to get rid of Stevie, a lot of the songs that we love from that Stevie made a part of for Michael goes too, and we don't want that, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah, Can't Help It Though is a legendary song, man. I'm not gonna hold you. I love that song. But I'm gonna drop out some facts about Off the Wall. So Off the Wall sold 20 million.
20 million?
20 million, yes. Off the Wall.
Is that global or domestic?
Global.
Oh, okay.
Even global and or domestic, that's big numbers for
big numbers.
in an era where streaming didn't even exist.
Right. Where you had to go to the store and get it. Yes.
Exactly.
Like 20 million people did that at or around.
Exactly. And mind you, this was 1978. So is that big for around that time? Yeah. That's big.
Especially when people were just buying records.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Also, it was 9-time platinum.
Ooh.
9-time platinum.
So that means out of that 20 million globally, it sold at least 9 million domestically. That's crazy.
Yes. Also, you may know this was also produced by Quincy Jones, the legendary Quincy Jones. You may know. Stevie Wonder, who was a part of this project, was Stevie Wonder, Paul McCartney, Rip Timpin, Michael written some songs off the album as well, off the Wall, and also Off the Wall been nominated for 2 Grammys, but won for R&B vocal performance for Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
He won the Grammy for Don't Stop Till You Get Enough?
Yeah, for R&B. Yeah, for R&B vocal performance.
That's also another great song. Honestly,
that is a great song.
My top 2 was dang, what did I say? Rock With You and then Don't Stop.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I don't know. Is it? I think it's just me because I've heard Don't Stop Till You Get Enough so much.
Yeah.
That I'm like,
I mean, it'd be like that. But you can't deny the greatness of that song though. Even though you got.
Oh no, that's one thing I will not do. You know what I'm saying? Not in here, because I can understand the historical and cultural support that it has gained. So that's something that can't be overlooked. I just when you hear Michael Jackson, you go to a Michael Jackson themed party. That's probably either the first or third song played on repeat. So it's like play Liberian Girl.
but before I move on, I'm not sure. They made a documentary about Off the Wall like a couple of years ago that was made by Spike Lee, and I'm not sure if y'all never heard about it. Check it out. It's a dope documentary. It tell you more information about Off the Wall and about the legendary album, and stuff like that. So yeah, there you go. And next, Sans, you've been waiting for this time, man. You've been waiting for this time. We're gonna talk about Thriller. Sans, let's go first, Sans.
Yo, listen. Alright, real quick. If there's ever, right, if aliens came down, right, thousands of years from now, and if we ever had like a time capsule of whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like something to let people know like how as humans we lived, like the Thriller album, right, has to be in that time capsule. That's like you gotta understand, like that's like the single greatest embodiment of music in music. There's nothing else that can compare to Thriller in music. And if you don't believe me, you just look at the sales that it did on that. You know what I'm saying? Ken, I know you got the stats on that.
I do. I'm gonna wait until all of us get to talk about Thriller a bit and our favorite songs for Thriller and stuff like that. But I got the info. But
that shit had to go at least like 20 times platinum on the low end. You know what I'm saying?
It actually went almost 3 times diamond.
That's what I'm saying. You know how hard it is for niggas to go platinum? and then you telling me that dude went damn near 3 times diamond in the 80s.
Yeah, actually, he sold most of that in the 80s. He caught a couple more million after he passed away. The fact that he had already sold 25 million domestically by the end of the 80s. Domestically. This is not even his worldwide Thriller numbers. Tells you something. I know Ken got all the statistics, but I love saying this to people because Michael Jackson has the best ever selling album for a solo artist and the second best selling album of all time.
Bad is the second. Bad is the second.
I'm saying Thriller itself is the second best selling album.
Then what's the first?
The first was was it The Wall by Pink Floyd?
Pink Floyd?
I can see that.
Yeah.
That was in the 60s.
That makes sense.
Late 70s. But people loved Pink Floyd.
That's true. There's the high to Pink Floyd.
Yeah, they did.
Definitely did.
But what y'all favorite songs? Roddy, what do you guys say about Thriller first before we move on? Before we talk about your favorite songs and stuff like that.
Thriller, monster album. All the singles did well. It's like album you can listen to from front to back, man. It's crazy. Never seen
how succinct it was. I love how succinct it was. The album was not a long album. It was just a good album.
That's another thing too. It wasn't long. It was good.
It was an amazing album, man.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
During that time, right? They were in the Michael Jackson movie, right? Jackson 5 movie.
Yeah.
There was a part where Michael was talking to his mother, and played by Angela Bassett. Shout out to her.
Shout
out to Angela.
Shout out to Angela Bassett, yes.
He was speaking on that album, and he was like, he started something that he just can't stop now. You know? And I felt like that he had to been speaking in real life. He had to been speaking on the Thriller album.
It was because if you remember my bad.
You like when you notice that you know 2 things. One, you know why you were put here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You knew what your purpose was. Number 2, you knew remember we always talk about songs that garner our respect when people first get on.
Yeah.
That was off the wall for most people, things like that. That was off the wall. Thriller was the one that brought him from that respect level to the legend level in all of a 1 album span. You know what I'm saying?
Sam, before you got in here, I was telling them that Off the Wall was not his first solo album.
Really?
It wasn't. It wasn't.
He actually had 4 albums before Off the Wall.
That. Yeah, and that was always within Jackson 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll Be There, Ben, Music and Me, and Forever Michael. Those were his first 4 albums. That was during the time he was in Jackson 5. But Off the Wall was the album that really solidified him, man. Like you mentioned, as a solo artist, really solidified him as a solo artist, and really, I guess you can say, take him serious.
That's what I was going with. Off the Wall made people hey, listen, I'm here. Shit's about to go down. And then Thriller dropped, and I'm like, yo, it's going down. Give me my fucking respect. I'm that guy. Fuck you, Prince. I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying?
And we go basically. And also Bad was the follow-up. I'm still here, basically.
You thought Thriller was a fluke? Well, watch this real quick. And then Bad drop.
Basically. But for me, man, Thriller, man, oh my goodness, man, that album is legendary, man. That album is really legendary, man. I love every song from it, man. It's
timeless songs.
Exactly, timeless songs. That honestly, nobody can do it. Nobody can get to the status, man, at all.
There's before Purple Haze, Thriller was the only song that I didn't skip through an album.
Oh gosh,
shout out to Purple Haze.
Shout out to Purple Haze. That's just because shout out to Purple Haze. That's good. But
before that though, Thriller, you can't skip through that.
No, you can't. Definitely can't. Definitely can't. Like to this day, I can't skip no song from Thriller at all.
Right. There's
Like that.
there's no song that makes me say, "All right, next."
Exactly.
Like I might want to hear "Lady of My Life" right now, but if I play "Lady of My Life" I will let the whole album just rock.
Play exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have the pleasure of having the 25th anniversary version of the Thriller album.
Oh. Keep that thought, because we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that 25th anniversary too. We're going to get to that too. That's in my
Real
bag.
quick. But hold on, real quick before you get there. Back in the 80s, you know you were going to kill shit, right? When your album cover has you just sitting there laid up. Like,
Of course, yo.
When you got the white suit and you laid up like that, like, yo, you about to put on.
Yeah,
it was like the 80s version of the ether beat.
Yeah, that was that was a current theme in the 80s for real, yo. That was a current theme in the 80s for real. But we didn't ask this question yet. What is your favorite song of Thriller? I know this is clearly a hard question, but we have to mention it.
All of them.
Oh,
basically.
I'll give you a top 3. I think we should do top 3.
Top 3, that's not like that's not the best. I agree with that. That's not the best. The top three.
Okay. In my number 3 spot, we're gonna go with Human Nature. In my number 2 spot, since I do have the 25th anniversary edition, I'm going with Carousel. I love Carousel.
Oh, and I got a fun fact about that too. But continue.
And in my number 1 spot, it got to be the song that I thought was my favorite Michael Jackson song. My favorite Michael Jackson song. The song that I also think is one of the best songs ever written, and also his best song, period. Lady of My Life.
There you go. All right, fans, what you got?
Number 3. Sorry, from 3 to 1. Number 3 is Thriller, because not only it was one of the greatest songs of the 80s, if not the greatest song of the 80s, but it was also the greatest video of all time. You didn't see shit like that in the 80s.
True.
damn right.
At all. They were unmatched. You know, so yeah. Number 3 is from Thriller. Number 2, I could go with Liberian Girl. That's my shit.
That wasn't on Thriller.
Look up all my lists. This is what happens when I show up to a show, right? And I don't make lists.
No, Philip. That gonna be next. We gonna talk about that next. That definitely was on Thriller.
Alright, but honestly, so you got Thriller.
We're gonna get to the album it was on if you're not gonna mention the shit at all.
Exactly.
Nah, but honestly,
oh my God.
Thriller, number 3, 2, Human Nature.
Okay.
You know, because I don't know. It's like the beat was. It was like like one of the best well-produced beats I've heard in my life.
I got a fun fact about that.
Oh my God.
I got a fun fact about that one, but
and number 1 is basically I'm gonna have to review the album Later in My Life. Honestly, watch this. Hold on. Hey, yo, Bay, real quick. Would you walk down the aisle to Lady of My Life?
Yeah, the Blu-ray show.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, what is that? Sucker's also looking his ashes. He requested that I already have a song. He knows how ashes work.
But if you didn't have a song, would you?
Will he come out and do celebrity impressions?
And that's why it's my number 1 favorite song from Thriller. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
All right.
You just pull a famous promoter, but we know who it is. We ain't gonna mention him. But shout out to him though. Roddy go.
All right. So there's so many choices, but number 3 gotta be "Wanna Be Starting Something." Number 2 gotta be "Billie Jean." And number 1, PYT.
PYT. All right.
But one thing, like, I don't know, I didn't like Thriller as a song too much, but the video is real good. I'd rather watch the video, you know. I just wasn't a huge fan of the song.
Got it. I mean, clearly, you already know my story about Thriller.
Yeah, you said it just now.
Yo, Ken, I got an interesting question I want to ask after you do your top 3.
Alright. So my top 3. Jeez, this is hard. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so hard. Oh my god. Alright, so number 3, I would go with PYT. Number 2, even dang. You know what? I gotta switch up a little bit. Number 2, I will say The Girl Is Mine. And I got 2 number 1. And I got 2 number 1.
Shout out to Paul McCartney.
Yeah, shout out to Paul McCartney. I got 2 number 1. I can't pick one of these number 1 because I gotta pick 2 number 1. They tied for number 1 spot. Human Nature and Later in My Life. I can't pick one. I'm sorry. I can't pick one. That's hard. So I can't pick one or the other, man. I
pick for you, Lady of My Life.
I love Later in My Life. Like that's hard, man.
She loved both equally, right?
Yes, exactly.
I get it.
Exactly, but Mally, what's the question? What's your question you got? Then I got a lot of thriller facts. Wait, what you got?
My question is, what is your personal least favorite song on Thriller?
Least favorite. Damn, let me look at the list real quick. I think I do got a least favorite, but let's just make sure like. This is what I'm thinking. And if I had to pick a least favorite, the thing about it, none of these is bad songs though. It's just a song that I listen to the least. I probably gonna be Baby Be Mine. I listen to that the least. I listen to that the least. And like I listen to that the least. Baby Be Mine.
What about you other guys?
Well, I already mentioned one.
You said Thriller. You said
Thriller and Baby Be Mine.
Who are you talking about? I'm sorry, Robin.
What's your least favorite song of Thriller? If we had like a song that you listen to the least on Thriller.
It would probably be PYT.
Oh wow.
And I like PYT. I just don't hear it as much as I hear. I hear Baby Be Mine more than PYT. That's probably just my algorithm. Okay. Close second to that would be Liberian Girl.
God damn it.
I did not say it's joking. I did not say it's joking. When it was the little Liberian girl. Oh, God. What about you, Bobby?
I think my least favorite song on Thriller is Thriller.
Okay.
It's Thriller though.
I mean,
wow. And
I don't. No, I mean, I'm
so you just like, oh, okay, it's Thriller.
Basically.
Wow.
Lady of My Life, Human Nature, Girl Be Mine, PYT, Wanna Be Starting Something, Beat It.
Oh, actually, Beat It might be my second lead. Actually,
you know what? Yeah.
Actually,
rechange that. Beat It might be my third.
Yeah, Beat It might be my second lead. Say like.
I realized because nobody spoke on Beat It, and I was curious.
Yeah, I forgot. Beat It definitely like one of the, and like I said, none of these songs are bad songs. Like it's just songs that we don't listen to often. You know, that's to clear the air and stuff like that. So let's get to these facts. Let's get to these thriller facts. It's a lot. One. Thriller sold 70 million.
God.
70 million.
By itself?
By itself.
Some people's whole discographies didn't do that much.
Yeah.
Some people hold discographies don't even do 7 million.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's
70
basically. Yeah.
7
you talk about 70.
Yeah.
70, y'all.
I remember
this nigga outsold Wu-Tang's whole career. Like the entire group.
Wu-Tang, he outsold bigger people. Listen to what I'm about to say. On the song Say What You Say off the Eminem show, Dr. Dre said 80 million records sold. He was talking about his whole catalog.
Dang.
Bro, Michael just did that
bragging.
Shit. And Michael did that for this one album. Album. Like, gee Louise. Y'all want to know?
Y'all want to know a fun fact about Michael though? Before we jump on, I found out like 2 days ago.
Yeah, what up?
So he really wanted to be Spider-Man, right?
Oh, I just found out that yesterday. Actually, I'm dead serious.
He wanted to be Spider-Man, so he was talking about buying the franchise. And then dudes was like, nah, you can't buy the franchise. Michael was like, oh, word? Okay, I'll just buy Marvel. And they're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Michael really tried to buy Marvel. I got money. So I can do what I want.
Yeah.
I want that type of money. Be like,
facts.
Imagine seeing something on TV and be like, hey, I would love to play that. Hey, can I do that? No. Okay, I'm going to buy the whole thing then. What?
You know what funny says? You mentioned that? You know what funny says? That's not the only thing Michael brought. Michael also brought the Beatles catalog.
Yes, he did.
He brought Eminem's catalog too.
Oh, and he brought Eminem, right? I forgot about that.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah, he bought Eminem's catalog spitefully, and he bought the Beatles catalog in the face of the person who gave him the advice to start buying catalogs. Which was Paul McCartney of the Beatles. Yo, Paul, I took your advice.
Don't buy that. You just gotta shut the fuck up.
First, Michael took your girl, and then you took your catalog. Dang, Paul.
That's wild.
That is wild. Dang, Paul.
Wait, hold on. Let me mess your head up one more time, right? So Michael wanted Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Spider-Man was owned by Sony, wasn't it? At the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Who Michael had a falling out with?
So we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that.
Head ass.
Right.
Tell me why they was out here trying to get my son. Wildin'.
That's fact, yo. But let me get to more of these facts, y'all. More of these facts. So Michael had 7 singles in the top 10. Only 2 of them was number 1, which was Billie Jean and Beat It. Also,
see that?
Yeah.
Thriller didn't go number 1?
No, it was the top 10. It didn't go number 1 though. Not as a number 1 song though.
Oh wow.
Not as a single with it. Not
as a single.
Not as a single.
I wonder what could have kept that out of number 1. What was it? Cyndi Lauper? What was going on in '84?
Probably. I believe that. Yeah, since Lauper was big in the '80s. Yeah.
WrestleMania was right around that time, so
yeah. And she was there. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. Cindy, I believe that. Also, Michael did with Diamond, but he also in the U.S. he was 34 platinum in the U.S. though.
34.
34 platinum. Yep.
You know, 34 platinum means he went diamond 3 times.
Basically.
So he must have. Woo! Which means he sold even higher than I said earlier, which makes him the actual highest selling artist of all time. Then.
Yeah, he is. They mentioned it.
That's the woo. Love Black Excellence.
Also, for Thriller alone, he won 8 Grammys. For Thriller alone.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn near a Grammy for each track. God. Dang.
I know, right? Also, I found out this fact from Jumpstar that the group Toto, who wrote Africa, play a part in Human Nature.
The group Total what?
They play a part in Human Nature, in the writing process of Human Nature.
The group Total?
You know Toto doing the song that had Africa?
Toto.
Yeah, Toto. Yeah,
I thought you said Toto like the girls whose son can't.
Right. I was thinking Tina, Keisha, and Pam, bro.
Oh, my bad. Toto, my bad.
Are you wildin', bro? I don't think they had anything to do with that.
No,
right. I'm like, they might have been too young.
You know what I meant. Y'all know what I meant. My bad.
I said Toto. I can see Toto having something. I like Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, because Jeff Star was on my show. He told me about that. I didn't know that. But then I listened to the 25th anniversary, and Quincy Jones said that himself. So I'm like, oh, snap. Mm-hmm. And speaking of the 25th anniversary that Malimal mentioned earlier, on the 25th anniversary of Thriller, will feature songs from Fergie, Kanye West, Y.M., and Akon.
Yep. Kanye West's version of Billie Jean is fire.
Yeah, Kanye West did Billie Jean. Y.M. did The Girl's Mind and PYT. Fergie did Beat It, which was probably one of the worst versions that I heard off that.
It was horrendous.
Sadly, and Akon did "When We Start Something."
That was pretty good.
It was. Also, you mentioned Carousel earlier, Mali.
Yes.
Originally, before Thriller, he had another album before Thriller called Starlight, and Michael didn't like it, so he didn't want to put that album out. Carousel, I think, For All Time, and another song off the 25th anniversary was put on that last album.
Someone in the Dark.
Yeah, Someone in the Dark. There you go. Someone in the Dark was put on that last album that Michael didn't want to put out. And I heard that album. That album was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'm not sure it would have been big as Thriller, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. If y'all want it, I'll send it to y'all later.
Please, because I want to hear the full version of Carousel. Because on the 25th anniversary, they only got that 1.5 minute clip.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
And I remember my first time hearing it. I was younger than I am now, obviously, and I heard it, and I put that whole on repeat.
Yeah, I heard it a couple years ago, and when I heard that, I'm like, y'all heard the album? Like, this album that was never released was pretty good. Like, I was upset that he didn't release the album, and then I started finding more other stuff that he didn't release too. I'm like, yo, Michael had a lot of stuff that he didn't release. Like, you know, like I mentioned, the Virgo spirit in him. He wanted everything to be perfect.
Perfect.
You know? Perfect.
I appreciate it.
And if thing wasn't good, if one messed up wasn't good, everybody liked it. He didn't like it. He wasn't gonna put it out. And
understand that intrinsically.
Yeah, I get that. Also, Billie Jean was the first first black artist to be played on MTV. Billie Jean was the first.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Billie Jean was the first. Yeah, Billie Jean was the first. I thought it was Thriller. But Billie Jean was the first. Thriller was just
because remember, Billie Jean came first.
Yeah. There you go. So the y'all got also PYT. Janet Jackson was back up for PYT.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, you know that? Yeah. Janet Jackson was the backup vocalist for.
I didn't know that was her.
Yeah, it was her. With Janet. With Janet, and I think LaToya as well. But I think mainly Janet though.
Shout out to Janet and LaToya.
Yeah, definitely, man. Anything else we gotta talk about? Anything else?
Yo, fun fact about LaToya Jackson, though, since you brought her up.
Yeah.
She came out with a song called Centipede, right? It was really weird. The video was even weirder. But Mike was singing background for that too.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know he sings background for Centipede. I didn't know that.
Centipede?
That's new to me. That's new to me. Well, since we on the other project from Michael, we also, we did the Rockwell, Somebody Watching Me.
That's true.
Oh wow, that I didn't know.
Oh,
I knew that. I know about that.
Yeah, Barry Goy's son. Which was Barry Goy's son. Yep, Mike. Yep.
That was like his birthday gift or some shit.
Fact, yo.
Was it me or Barry Gordy just put his kids on, and just made them do music? They all did music most of them.
As they should. Well, going in the business in some type of capacity.
Yeah, just about. Yeah, that's true. Something like that. Anything else y'all got for Thriller? Any facts y'all got for Thriller? Or any back of the facts? Any other back of the facts y'all want to bring up real quick before we move on?
No, I think I got everything I needed out of that one.
Alright, what about you, Sid?
Amazing album.
It's an amazing album, man.
Wait. One thing. Thriller was the most expensive music video of all time. It came out.
That makes sense.
Oh, what?
It was only
been. Gonna make the best video of all time. You gotta put some dollars behind that. It can't be behind no white screen. And then
But look at this. But look at this though. It would be topped by Michael himself. But we'll talk about that later.
I'm pretty sure.
Is that for Liberian?
I know which one it is.
Christ.
I think I know what it is too now. I think that album next to that album and after. I think.
Nah, we got some time before we talk about that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
I know exactly. I know it is too. I think it was pretty big. But
there's a lot of people in that one too.
I don't think Liberian.
A lot of people in there.
Bet you money you never even seen the video for Liberian Girl.
I did see the video for Liberian Girl. It was
no, not you, him. Sam. I would put money on it.
But did you see the video for Liberian Girl, Sam? Curious.
Actually, I might have. So you would have lost your money.
Yeah. No, I would still bet on a mic.
Stupid. But next says you can talk about Liberian Girl now because now we on Bad. How y'all feel about Bad? And then what's y'all 3 favorite songs for Bad?
Hey, so like Bad, right? That was like the video. That was like not the video. I'm stupid. The album that was like, all right, Thriller wasn't a fluke. That wasn't an anomaly. Wasn't a mirage. This is me. I'm still, like Ken said, I'm still here.
Basically.
Got a little lighter around this point. I mean, I don't know. I noticed it got a little lighter, but it's all right. It's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, still an overall like that was like that's part of the trifecta for him. Off the Wall, Thriller, Bad.
Yep.
That was his like trifecta of like greatest albums in history. You know what I'm saying?
Up. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Because either we make that a quadrilogy rather than a trilogy, or we scoop that lens just slightly to the left. Because I feel like the trilogy was really Thriller, Bad, Dangerous.
Dangerous was alright.
We gonna talk about Dangerous.
Well, it was. That's like you saying Dangerous is better than Off the Wall.
I might be saying that. Yeah.
Oh,
that's insanity.
Oh.
Please stop.
Dangerous. I mean, all right. We gonna stay on Bad for now.
We gonna talk about Dangerous. Don't worry. We gonna talk about Dangerous.
Dangerous did have Jam though. I will say that was my shit.
We will get there.
you don't get there, bro.
We'll get this. We'll get there. But we are bad. We are bad right now. We are bad right now. So what do you feel about Bad? Like I said, what your favorite song? Top 3 favorite songs? Roddy is good, man. That's a Roddy beat.
Yeah, it was great. I had the actual CD. It was very hard for me to choose, yo. But yeah, like Bad was more my favorite album over Thriller for my personal favorite.
You know what crazy? A lot of people do like Bad over Thriller though. That's a lot of people though. A lot of people do like Bad over Thriller. And I could say, I mean, I like Thriller overall, but maybe I probably like more of the singles on Bad that came out more than Thriller. I think Bad did have more singles than Thriller anyway, though.
But both albums are definitely albums you can listen through.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
without skipping. So for Bad, here's my top 3.
Let's go right into
top 3. Let's go.
We're gonna go right into it. That's it.
3 was The Way You Make Me Feel.
The way you make me feel.
The way you make me feel.
Number 2, Bad.
Okay, Bad.
And number 1, it's Ty. I can't choose.
What's the tie?
I liked Leave Me Alone, and I like Smooth Criminal.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go next.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna hold you. I had a hard picking top 3 songs for Bad than I have for Thriller. Like G the Weed, like Bad is hard to pick. I'm not even gonna lie. But if I had to pick, man, number 3, Liberian Girl. What's that number 3? Liberian Girl.
Liberian Girl.
I love that song. I love Liberian Girl. Number 2.
Oh,
gosh. It could be a tie. I got 2 ties for this one. 2 ties for number 2 and 2 ties for number 1. For number 2, my tie for number 2 is The Way You Make Me Feel and Dirty Diana. And then number 1, I got Bad and Smooth Criminal. Yeah, this was hard to pick. As you can see, I had too many ties. It was hard to pick.
My son said I picked the top 5.
Basically,
I'm picking all of them.
Basically, bros.
Basically, because it was hard to pick. This was hard to pick. All right, what about you, Mally? And then Sands.
All right, my top 3 from Bad. Coming in at number 3, Man in the Mirror.
Okay.
Love that song. That one was actually a close one between Man in the Mirror and Leave Me Alone. Actually, that was really close. But I'm gonna go with Man in the Mirror.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. My son been going through it since way back then. Imagine.
Fact, yo.
All right. So Man in the Mirror is number 3. Number 2, You Have Been Hit by a Smooth Criminal.
Yep.
Sorry. And number 1, first song on the album, also the titular track, Bad. I love that song. You own it. Did I feel about the back of my mind with the back you once again? Who's back?
Alright,
Yo,
what about you,
mine.
You don't get into that.
We won't get to that. And what about you, Sands?
Chris was not having it.
We won't get to that.
Not having it.
But
for 3, I'm gonna go with. You already know I'm going with. La baby again.
Finally, son.
Hey. Number 2, and this is kind of more like very important to me. Man in the Mirror. I have to agree with Alvin on that one because before we solve each other's problems, we need to look at ourselves first.
Yeah,
you know, I'm all about self-improvement, which you will see in the season 3 of King Talk with Aaron Sands, dropped December 23rd. Shameless plug. So yeah, Man in the Mirror is my number 2 favorite track in all of Bad, and number 1, because I've dealt with some dirty bitches in my life. Oh, Diana.
You know, yeah, got it. Dirty Diana.
And fun fact, I've seen like you go on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
You watch like a Sonic 2 walkthrough. Every boss battle has Dirty Diana in the background.
Oh wow.
Like that's an instrumental. Like I was like, yo, that's just fucking funny, but it's fire though.
Also,
it embodied like the 80s and 90s, you know?
It did. And we're gonna talk about Sonic too.
I got something to say.
We're gonna talk about Sonic as well, but Roddy, what do you gotta say, son?
It's like the production on Bad was so great, man.
It was.
Look at these songs, like Smooth Criminal, great song. Yeah. Bad, Dirty Diana, come on. That production was on point. It wasn't as big as Thriller, but come on, bro.
Yeah, but of course, you got to shout out to Quincy Jones again. And this was a Quincy Jones production as well. Shout out to Quincy, man. Legendary Quincy, man, for real.
Quincy did his thing.
I agree. He definitely did.
I gotta say, did his thing.
He did his thing. but you know, I'm gonna go back to Malimal question that he asked for Thriller. What is your least song that you listen to on Bad? I can answer this. I can answer this easily.
Easy, man.
I want me to go first for this one? Want me to go first for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You know, I'm a Stevie fan, but like Just Good Friends was the least song I listened to off this album. Just Good Friends. That was the least song. That was my least favorite song off this album. And I'm a Stevie fan, but yeah, I didn't listen to this song live at all. What about y'all? What was your least favorite song off Bad?
I don't really have a least favorite. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really like most, if not all, the songs on Bad. But if I was to hear a song that I'll be like, okay, I heard a lot of, it probably would be Smooth Criminal.
Oh wow.
I'm a B-side type of guy, bro. Like I like the hits, but I also like
The album cut.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
Hashtag deep cut fans.
And I like that.
The fans.
All right. What about you, Mally? What about you? Your least favorite.
If I had to pick a least favorite,
you had to pick one. Yeah.
It would probably be Speed Demon.
Speed Demon.
Yeah, I don't know if I understand that song. I don't know if it speaks to me.
That's my second least. Speed Demon.
Same here.
That's my second least.
I like playing playing Speed Demon on Michael Jackson Experience when we had the Wii.
Oh yeah.
Like, that was my shit.
I always forget he had a video game series.
Yeah.
Actually, now that you mention it, I might got a fun fact for that. I didn't mention it.
Hold on, I gotta say my least.
No. After Roddy's done, go see Roddy. Your thing, don't wait.
So yeah,
but
I don't know. I always skip over another part of me.
Oh, another part of me. I like that song.
I used to skip over it a lot. The Speed Demon second as well. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you already know it's time for some fun facts about Bad. So Bad sold 35 million worldwide.
Woo!
35 million worldwide. Yes. It was 11-time platinum. 7 songs charted, and 5 number 1 songs for Bad. So I Just Can't Stop Loving You, Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, Man in the Mirror, and Dirty Diana. Also, Michael Jackson had a movie that came along with Bad called The Moonwalker, that had Speed Demon, Bad, and Smooth Criminal. The full Smooth Criminal video,
which was also ridiculously long.
Yes, it was.
But
long.
Bad was like Bad was like 30 minutes.
It was
30?
Yes.
30 minutes. Yeah, the original one was 30 minutes. Yep. Shout out to Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes in the video.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bad. You're nothing.
You ain't bad. You ain't nothing.
Oh man, classic yo. Also, not only that Michael Jackson had a movie for Moonwalker, he also had a video game too. Now that you mentioned it, thank you, Mally and Sands. He did have a video game on the Sega.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Moonwalker, yep.
Moonwalker, yeah.
Shout out to Sega.
Facts. And also, we mentioned Prince earlier. You know, Prince was originally supposed to be on Bad, but Prince didn't want to be on Bad because he didn't want to say, your butt is mine. And stuff like that.
It's the most redactive thing from somebody, from him. This is a man who was famous for his blouses.
Oh, here we go.
Like, can we have got? I feel like he could have just gotten the bag and gotten beyond that. I feel like it's not even his hill to die on. How you don't want to say your butt is mine when you're famous for basically cross-dressing? Come on, Mr. Androgyny. Come on, my guy.
Nah, that's where it drew the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you're not saying that to me respectfully. Like, no. So he's not going to draw the line at pantyhose. He'll draw the line at your butt is mine. Yeah, nah, bro, because that's wild direct. Like, come on. Hey, yo.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold you, son. That would have been a dope collabo, though. So Michael Jackson and Prince. I know we spoke about this on Premiere Boyz Podcast, but that would have been a dope collabo, so I'm not going to hold you, man.
That's the personification, honestly, of the 80s.
It was.
Right.
Like, like I said before, if aliens wanted to know, came to town and was like, yo, we were having a conversation on planet and we wanted to know what the 80s was like. Can you please tell my mans over here what the 80s is like? All they gotta do is go to Thriller, bro.
That
was it. Or Bad too. Thriller, Bad, Dangerous.
Thriller and Bad. Dangerous came firmly in the 90s.
Yeah, but you could like end the video with Dangerous a little bit, in a little preview.
You know what's
telling the aliens, well, here's what you'll get if you sign into.
well, before we move on to Dangerous, Do anybody got anything else to say about Bad?
I think it's amazing that Bad sold 35 million records.
Facts.
Like, you did something when selling 35 million records is not your best.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That was his average.
That was average, yo.
That was his average. 2 albums, yeah. Woo! That's insane.
Like, if he dropped that shit on like September 11th, he's selling like 50 million albums off top.
But yeah, think about it. That was his second best album, because remember, Off the Wall was 20 million. So
right.
So yeah, so that's actually good. That's actually good though. Actually
so
good. Like,
3 albums in, he's already at 125 million records sold. 3. He has more than 3 albums. All right. That's crazy.
Also mentioning that Bad had a 25th anniversary album as well.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did, and they had songs like Streetwalker, Spoken Into the Fly Away. I want Fly Away. My bad. Streetwalker, and Fly Away. So that's a song that he had on the 25th anniversary, and some interviews as well with Quincy Jones.
And let's not forget that that Afrojack remix to Bad with Pitbull, which I like.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I didn't know about that.
I forgot about that.
Afrojack had a remix to Bad.
Mm-hmm. With Pitbull.
I forgot.
I'll look that up.
Thank you for telling me that. I forgot about that, Mally. I really forgot about that. Not gonna hold you. I really forgot about that. Alright, now let's move on to Dangerous. Dangerous.
The girl is dangerous.
Alright, so tell us about Dangerous and how you feel about it, and your top 3 favorite songs of Dangerous.
Who going first? All right, it's on me. You want to go first? Go first.
No, go ahead.
All right.
Go, Mally. Go, Mally.
Okay. All right. So, Dangerous. This is the album that I realized people were slept on. This album was considered a flop by Michael Jackson. Do y'all know that?
I did not know that.
It was considered a flop.
I can believe it.
I ain't going to go through the numbers. I'm going to say that at the end. But when you hear the number that was considered a flop,
I'm not going to hold you. Based on the numbers,
for Michael's standard,
it's shocking. But based on the numbers, these numbers did better than Off the Wall. So I'm like a little bit shocked that he said it was a flop to him.
But you just got finished selling 100 million records off 2 albums.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
You got to average like 45, 50 million albums on the next one.
Yeah.
Right. My son zenith out. But as far as my top 3 from Dangerous, number 3 would be Keep It in the Closet. In the Closet.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Hey, we out here.
Do it. We even got a fun fact about that. I'm gonna say that for Mally though. But continue, Mally.
My number 2 is going to be the titular Dangerous. The girl is dangerous. And number 1, I don't think number 1 could be any other song, but it would have to be Remember the Time when we fell in love. Do you remember the time
when we first met, girl?
Oh,
yo, he took her to Spain, bro. How the king ain't know that? In Spain? Y'all had a time in Spain, bro? That's crazy.
First of all, the king is slipping. Did he not wonder where his woman was for like 2 weeks? Like,
bro, keep in mind, they had no planes, no modern transportation. She went camelback to fucking Spain, bro, and you ain't know.
So that was like 3 months.
Like, you ain't know you had your chick in 3 months?
That's wild.
For me, I'm Dangerous. I like the Dangerous. Shout out to my guy Teddy Riley for this album. Also, Jimmy and Terry and Terry Lewis too. Jimmy Jam and also with the production of this album as well. So shout out to both of them. This is not my all-time favorite Michael Jackson, but this was still a good Michael Jackson album though. My top 3. Funny, I might have to agree with Mally on all the choices. In the Closet is number 3. Dangerous number 2, and Remember the Time is number 1. I agree with Mally. I agree with Mally completely on this one.
I'm gonna have to adjust mine. I'm gonna have to adjust. I just adjusted it.
I feel about Dangerous. Do you think? All
right, so Dangerous. I feel like Mike already proven that he could sell like 45, 50 million albums like that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I bet you already mastered that game. Now at this point in time in his career, he was getting more into the shows, the concerts, how to perfect his live shows. This is right around the time where, on average, there would be like 5 ambulances because man should be on stage for like 15, 20 minutes and just stand there, and like 6 ladies would just faint.
I saw a dude.
There was grown men losing their whole life points. He lost all his life points.
Oh my God!
That nigga was sent to the shadow realm in the ambulance around this time. You feel me? So I could understand why he let this album kind of go a little bit, because he was kind of gearing into different things.
Yeah.
I have to disagree with Alvin when he talked about Dangerous being in that trilogy. It's not better than Off the Wall. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I could understand why critics give it a flop, because when you just hit Thriller, you just did Thriller, right? And then you just did Bad after that, which you could debate whether 1 is 1 and 2 is 2, but everybody knows Dangerous is 4, right?
Yeah. I feel the same way. Dangerous is number 4 on my list too. I agree.
As for number 3 for the songs, I'm gonna go with Dangerous, Sister Track, because there's 2 songs that are way better on this album. Number 2 would be Remember the Time. Bro, if my chick left for 3 months to go to Spain on Camelback, I would be sick. That video would have only lasted 6 minutes and 32 seconds if I was in that shit. You feel me? Like, nah, no way. Ain't no way. Shout out to Eddie Murphy and that shit though.
Shout
out to Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson too, Magic Johnson there too,
Wait, shout out to the Queen. That was Iman. I can never call her name.
Oh, I know exactly.
Chanel Iman.
I know exactly.
Yes, Chanel Iman.
I know exactly what you talk about. Yeah, but she was the one that played no, maybe not. I would say the Lion King. No, that wasn't her, right?
No, she was just a model.
Oh, she was a model. Okay. I was thinking about the wrong person. My bad. My bad. I was thinking the wrong person.
All right, so
and she was in House Party. Class act, not House Party. Class act.
Got it. I know exactly.
No, it was House Party. It was the House Party after they went to college. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Number two. Number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
All right, so number 1, right? My favorite song on this whole album gotta be Jam. Yeah, everybody in that video too. Jam. He had Macaulay Culkin. He had Michael Jordan up in there.
Jam.
All the sports niggas in the 90s pulled up to Jam, bro, and got lit. And Mike was just dancing in the background because he was excited to have like Macaulay Culkin meet all these sports players. You know, so it was the video for that shit was just like a lit day with Michael Jackson, and they was like, "Yo, let's film it," and that became Jam.
Basically,
the most lazily creative shit I've ever seen. Like, nah.
Actually, Jam is number 4 on my list. Actually, Jam is number 4 on my list. I actually like Jam. Jam number 4 on my list. Roddy, what about you, yo?
Let me see. So number 3 gotta be In the Closet.
Okay, got it.
Keep it in the closet.
Black and White.
Black and White, okay.
And number 1's gonna be Remember the Time.
Okay, got it.
I saw both Black and White for the number 2 spot.
In the park on the beach.
Yeah.
What?
Well, we're about to say least. What about your least? I'm gonna get some heat for this one. Least, Black and White was my favorite.
You said Black and White was your favorite?
Was it my favorite?
Was it?
Oh, me and you on the same page with that.
Oh, okay.
I actually could third that.
Yeah, it wasn't about. I mean, the beer was cool, but the song is
kind of catchy
The
when you
video
hear it.
was weird.
Yeah, the video.
I
I'm okay with the video. It was a little weird. Okay with the video, but the song itself, I just wasn't feeling the song like that.
Basically, that's where I was. I
Especially
felt
at
like
this
it would be
point.
on like Full House or something.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? This was at the point where Mike was at probably his lightest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
when you're talking about as black as white, I'm like, for real?
I
Really?
get what he was doing. I get the point of it, but no, Mike, no.
Yeah.
Like, for real? You?
No.
Yeah. It wasn't my favorite. Yeah, it just wasn't my favorite. It was the best song, but it was my favorite.
I do. 10 years ago, you were black. Like, come on.
Yeah. And
Oh, man.
and clearly all of us said the same thing. But Roddy, what about you, Roddy? What about you, Roddy?
Yeah, because Black and White was Roddy's number 2.
Ooh, yeah.
That's facts. You gotta explain this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Jam as a song, but the video I was with it.
Okay,
The
got
Jam
it.
as a song,
Oh,
I
you didn't like
really
Jam, but you like Black or White?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
A little different. Not gonna lie, that's a little different.
All right, so Jerry, I dropped some facts about.
I'm judging.
Me too.
It's time to drop some facts about Dangerous.
Yeah.
All right, so Dangerous sold 32 million
Worldwide.
worldwide. Yes, and mind you, this did better than Off the Wall.
Mm-hmm.
So also,
So tell me again about which trilogy is the trilogy?
First of all, the tour, like I said before, the tours helped push this album, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So he wasn't touring with Off the Wall?
Pretty sure
Not
he
like he was. His tours wasn't as good as it was back then.
Right, because he didn't have Thriller.
The thing, Off the Wall, we were touring Off the Wall. He was doing with the Jackson 5. He was doing
Exactly.
That's true too.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like the new exposure that all the exposure that he was getting, probably propelled Dangerous to better numbers. I can say honestly, if he wasn't touring, he probably would have sold like 26 million.
No, okay, no, Sam's actually right. I agree with that.
Right.
I agree with that.
I agree with it too, but that shows my point.
Yeah.
Thriller was the jump off point, not Off the Wall.
Well, no, I'm not agreeing. I'm not disagreeing that Thriller wasn't a jump off point. But I felt like in terms of the production of albums, Off the Wall was productionally more sound than Dangerous.
And remind you, remember, this was the first production that did not have Quincy Jones. This had Teddy Riley and
yeah, it was the first.
Yeah,
it was the first album since Off the. It was the first album he had made since before Off the Wall that did not have Quincy.
Quincy, yeah, basically, yeah.
They had that
Forever Michael.
Yeah, basically.
It's like when you go. It's like when you go to your favorite restaurant and you get the yams and you really like those yams, you leave. Right, me too. And then you go there. You go there like a year later for those yams, right? And you eat them, and they're good, but they don't hit like they used to. And it had that, you know what I'm saying? That's Dangerous is the new yams.
Stupid.
No.
Stupid. Also, Dangerous was 8-time platinum. 8-time platinum.
Shouldn't even go diamond, bro.
That's why it was considered a failure. But imagine,
crazy.
I think that, I get it. In that case, I get it.
Imagine selling 8 million records for anybody at the time. Like people used to celebrate going gold, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Not for real.
That's true.
So imagine
to this day.
So imagine, especially because Michael came up in that time where gold record was a big achievement. So imagine selling 8 million records and your label is disappointed with you.
Yeah, exactly.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
That's wild, ungrateful, bro. Like you ain't getting this from nobody else. You're not getting this type of output from nobody else.
Dude, I mean,
and you mad?
His name is big. They already put pressure on him because he already. At this he bigger than life right now. So they make him do more.
That's why midway through Bad, he was screaming, "Leave me alone."
That's true. No, you're right. That's true. No, that's right. That's true. Also, Dangerous had 4 top 10 hits, with the only number 1 song that was on Dangerous was Black and White. So I see why Roddy had that for number 2.
I see that had his crossover feel.
Yeah.
Because that song, if you really listen to that song, it is completely different from that album, honestly.
It did. Like, it's weird. That song don't really fit that album.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that kind of made it go all over the place a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The song definitely don't fit the album, but I could see the song making the album sell because I see who it was piloted towards.
Yeah. He would try to get more of the other side, basically, not just the black audience. So
right.
Yeah. And even though this fact is like a couple years later, he also produced music for Sonic 3, but he left the project.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he left the project and it became uncredited, basically.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's why.
We know why, but we don't have to mention that part. But we know why. But
racism.
No, it wasn't racism.
We know the reason. We have to be in discuss that.
Listen, we could discuss it. We just know that he didn't do it.
Yeah. I agree.
Period.
He didn't do it.
Y'all could, whoever listening out there, you want to fight me. He ain't do it. There's too much proof and evidence that he did not, including 2 cases he won. Y'all ruined Sonic 3. Because Sonic 3 could have had way more Michael Jackson in it than it did.
But remember, Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. So both of them together. So yeah.
He would have did the whole thing.
Yes. Man, that would have been fire, man.
They had to ruin it.
I agree, man.
Uh-huh.
Man, that would have been so fire. I'm thinking about it, get me upset, Nelson.
Yeah, that would have been fire, bro.
Jeez, man.
Right.
That would have been fire.
But just for shits and giggles though, if you play Smooth Criminal against Ice Cap Zone.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
My favorite song off Sonic 3, so oh my god.
It blends.
That's insane.
Oh my
There's
god.
There's a few more that I can't think of right now off the top of the head. But Launch Bass.
Yeah.
Launch Bass. Yeah. I can't remember what Launch Bass sounds close to, but it's off Dangerous.
Oh, it does. Yo, now you gotta make me want to play Sonic 3 now, son, and Sonic and Knuckles, man, and just to hear the music. I agree. Because when I was playing it, I did hear some Michael Jackson inspired in the music, though. I'm not gonna hold you. I did hear it. I'm not gonna hold you, son. But yeah. So also 2 more facts. One of them, Malimal. I'm gonna let you say this fact. About one of the songs off Danger that you managed to do.
Oh, one of my favorite personal samples that I've done for myself was off In the Closet. I actually have a song called TGIFRN, The Girl That I'm Fucking Right Now, which is an amazing Michael Jackson sample that I got from the L Word 3. Shout out to Charles Hamilton, who actually did an entire mixtape sampling just Michael Jackson songs.
There you go. Fun fact right there. I gotta check that out. I gotta check out the L Word mixtape too. That's fire. And one that I just found out that I didn't know. I was just looking on the Wikipedia for Dangerous, and it turns out Madonna was supposed to be the vocal for In the Closet.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just seen that just now. Just looking and I didn't know. I was like, oh shoot.
That's
Michael wanted Madonna to do for a duet for the half In the Closet, but it was replaced instead with Princess Stephanie on Marco. So yeah, so there you go, a little fact about Dangerous. And now we'll go into history, the past, the present, and the future. Which is, I guess, sorta is like a greatest hit album, but not really. They do have many new songs off that album, stuff like that. So, how y'all feel about the history, the past, the present, the future, and also this is where the tour happened. This is where he had a big tour, the big
the world tour.
The world tour, yeah, there you go, the world tour, yeah.
Where he had people passing out.
Yeah. And also, let me name the songs, and then I would say pick out of the song that I named that was on this album, which was your favorite. So the song that was released on this album was "Scream" with Janet Jackson, Earth Song, They Don't Care About Us,
Mm-hmm.
Childhood. Saying, if you think back, you should know saying Stranger in Moscow.
Stranger in Moscow.
I like that song.
And last but not least, that was written by R. Kelly. You Are Not Alone.
Lord.
Oh man.
I can't escape this man, bro.
Well, sadly, it's another song that he got on his list that he wrote, but we're gonna mention that a little later. But yeah.
Honestly, we can't be talking too loudly about Michael Jackson, R. Kelly collaborations because
yeah, I know.
One did it and one didn't.
Basically.
Yeah, we got that.
Basically, but out of the songs I just mentioned, I guess pick 3 of those songs that was your favorite.
Who going first?
I mean, I could go first if anything.
Go ahead.
Okay, go first.
I could go first. My 3 favorite out of this list, out of the History album, was You Are Not Alone. We can't deny this song was dope.
It was dope.
Son jumped right out that window. I feel you.
We can't even deny that. Number two is They Don't Care About Us.
Yeah.
They don't care about us. Number 1, I'm gonna have to say the Earth Song.
Earth Song number 1?
Earth Song number 1. I love the Earth Song. Honorable mention. I gotta say Stranger in Myself for honorable mention. I love that song too.
Stranger in Moscow.
I honestly thought Stranger in Moscow was Invincible.
Nah.
My son just be listening to the songs.
Facts. All right, what about you, Roddy? I'm gonna go with Roddy next.
I don't even have 3 songs from this album.
Jeez.
That I like.
Well, pick one then. Pick one.
I'm gonna have to say pop 2. I'm gonna have to say 2, not even 3.
Oh, that's good. Say what you got.
All right. So number 2 has to be Scream.
Okay, yeah.
And then number 1, of course, They Don't Really Care About Us.
Got it.
It's like I feel like this album, he treated like it was a greatest hits album.
Yeah. It was a greatest hits album.
It was a greatest album, but that was not the.
But he just added new songs too.
Oh yeah. So this I guess this was an album, but this wasn't a new album. This wasn't a new album to him, but it wasn't.
That's the thing. And then it didn't feel like a new album. So like it just It
did have like 8 new tracks.
Yeah. So it did consider that a new album though. They did consider that a new album. They didn't treat it as a album though.
I mean, once you have 8 tracks, then it is an album. So I get it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I guess I'm just confused with the formation of the album that I couldn't really put this even in my top of like that.
Yeah, I get it. No, I get it, right. I get you. And what about you, Sans?
Alright, so real quick before I get into my top 3, I'm gonna have to step out a little early real quick. I have a prior engagement to jump into. But I do want to thank y'all for having me on Old School Show. I definitely appreciate the whole vibe that that you got going on right here. Like I said, there's people out here that be hating, but while they hate, we elevate. So you already know where we at with the vibes. King Talk special coming up this weekend, this Memorial Day weekend. We talking about all the shootings, all the stuff that's going on, and I got a few words for a few podcasts that think they hot shit right now. But in the meantime,
we're gonna talk to them.
That's a whole fact. In the meantime, follow me at Aaron Sands Premiere. That's AARONSANDSPREMIERE. And with that, we're gonna go into our number 3. There's 3 songs I like on this album that I thought was on Invincible.
Get it.
Number 3, we're gonna go with Stranger in Moscow. That's kind of like my, I don't know why, but that's like really on my Spotify right now. It's kind of
I love that song. I love that. Good to you, son.
Number 2 is Earth Song. I really do like Earth Song. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes you think about people going for like struggle and shit.
No, yeah, that
could get through it. We could get through it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I picked it, because that was a deep song too. Like,
and it's really positive. You know what I'm saying? You get through it though. Number one is Scream because I'm a big fan of like the brother sister duo shit. You know, it's close to home.
Me wanna scream.
If we want me to be honest, with you, Scream is also my honorable mention as well. It was only one song that I didn't really like from this. I just want me to be honest. There was one song I didn't like.
Yeah, like this was a pretty solid album. If it didn't have that whole greatest hits vibe.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if it just was an album, this would have been like pretty good.
Yeah, I mean the thing was they considered it as an album, but he did have a great his album. But we're gonna talk about that a little later. But I know saying you gotta go saying so you know thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate it, bro. You ain't know you gonna be back about your anyway, son. So you ain't know, man. I like doing these pop-ups real quick, you know, just to come in and show love, you know, talk some shit, and then, you know, hop out, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it.
I only do it for real podcasters, not for these
I appreciate it, man. And thank you for that, man. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Sans.
Listen, don't make me start busting shots, Sans. You know, if you Sans, if you back it out, I'm backing it out too, so.
Yeah, this ain't my first rodeo. This ain't my first rodeo. You know the vibe,
but you know that, but you know they chauffeur. You know, check out the King Talk special. I guess Malimal might do there now. I guess you jump on that too.
Listen, I already spoke that I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna try to do as many shows as I can and lead up to the premiere of The Bridge this June.
We gonna talk more about that at the end of the show. We got you. But
yes,
you know, once again, but definitely thank you, King Talk Sam, for coming on, man. You may know. Have you back, man. Thank you, bro.
All right. Appreciate y'all, you know. Catch y'all on the next one,
bro. Definitely.
Thank you, man.
As far as my top 3 on this album go, it's very similar to y'all's, probably a little different. In the number 3 spot, we're going with Earth Song. Because, man, that was the only song I've ever heard that made me want to recycle more than the Captain Planet theme song.
That is a fact. That is a fact, yo. That is a fact, yo.
Number 2, and a strong, solid number 2. It was a dog race for number 1, but it gotta be number 2. Scream. I love hearing Michael Jackson curse. It is such a rare occurrence.
I forgot he did. He did.
He did. Fucking with me. He was upset because he had already been saying leave me alone for 7 years before that. Now stop fucking with me.
Yo. I think that, I got something to say. That you just made me realize, but because son.
Got you. And the number 1 with a bullet. This song is freaking. It should be the anthem we're marching to. They don't really care. They don't care about us.
Yeah.
They don't really care about us. You know why they will keep it quiet? Yeah. Michael Jackson got sued over this song.
Oh wow! I did not know that.
Yeah, this is around the time they were really trying to take him down, and he got sued over the lyric "Kick me, kike me, don't you black or white me."
Oh right.
I know you could get sued for saying words, but apparently you can. I mean, y'all could have just listened to the whole thing and understood the context, but no, everything, you know. Okay, cool, it's whatever. But that song was a protest song, a true cry out from a man who's kind of living on the edge of the boundary himself because of his skin color and people thinking that he wanted to just be more like a white person. And at some core, you know, after you've seen some of the surgeries, he did a little bit.
Yeah.
But at his essence, he never revoked his blackness himself. He let people do that.
Yeah, and now that we spoke about this album, this made me realize that this was like Michael at his wokeness, like really at his wokeness. Like now that we're discussing it, like, you know, you had something like "Don't Care About Us," and you had "Scream," and you have the Earth Song. Like he was really woke.
I figured that this album, while creating this album, this was around the trial, so he was ready.
Oh yeah, it was. That was the first trial. Yeah, that was the first trial. Yeah, I think it was.
So it gave inspiration for writing these fantastic, phenomenal lyrics.
Yep, it was. It was on June 1995. Yep, this is the first trial. Yep, it was the first trial. And stuff like that. Also, what was your least favorite of the song of this album? I mean, I can say off the back, it's pretty easy what the least for me. I'm gonna have to say Childhood.
Childhood.
Yeah, that was not my favorite at all. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. That was not my favorite song at all.
It's funny because I'm looking at the list. I don't see that. Oh yes, it is. Never mind.
Yeah, it was on the same list as I think as Scream. It was on the same row as
it's the 25th track. If I had to pick one, I have to go with the default right now. You Are Not Alone, mostly because Kelly.
I get it.
And for me, I don't know. I know you like this song, Ken, but Stranger in Moscow wasn't my favorite.
Stranger in Moscow.
I get it.
I think you need to go back and listen to it again.
I probably will.
Yeah, this album was also produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis as well. Stuff like that. Shout out to those guys right there. Legends.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, yo, I take that back. This had more songs, actually. A lot more songs. I get it. Okay, so I read it kind of wrong. So one side was the greatest hit side, and the second side was the album side.
Right.
Like all new songs. Like so.
History, past, present, and future. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I forgot most of the other songs like Money and Come Together, which was Paul McCartney wrote that and stuff like that. And I believe that he had a song with Biggie in this album too. Yeah, one song with Biggie as well. I forgot what the song called though.
He had a song with Biggie?
Yeah, 2 songs with Biggie. Yeah, one was in
what?
And I think on this song album too. I believe it was on this album too. I forgot what the song called though.
Are you sure? Because I know one of them.
Oh yeah, I know that one too, but he definitely had 2 albums. I don't know. I want to make sure. I want to make sure
this
I got
time around. Yep. You're right. Okay. This time around.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so yeah, that song was song. Okay, there you go. I forgot about that.
Wow, Biggie made it on this album. That's what's up.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think. Was he still alive around the time or 95? Yeah, Biggie.
Yeah, he was
alive around the time. He was still alive around the time. Oh wow. So yeah, he actually was allowed to work with Michael Jackson. So,
yo, it's crazy how much things he did in his short span of time in the music career alone.
That's definitely fact, yo. That is definitely fact, yo.
But let's move on.
Yeah, but let's get to some facts about History. So History sold 20 million.
Lord, so his average is generally just 20 million.
Basically, this was 8-time platinum.
So it did the same numbers. That's crazy. He did a greatest hit / album, and it did the same numbers as his last album, basically.
Basically. Like I mentioned, he had 6 singles that's the ones on the top 10, and only one of them went to number 1, which shockingly was "You Are Not Alone."
Not shockingly, like that was a pretty good song.
It was a good song, yeah. But we get the reason behind it.
Right. I mean, now with 2010, with 2022 lens, I wouldn't jack it. But in 1995, before everybody was paying attention, like I could see that being like first of all, let's not take away anything from Mr. Kelly.
Yeah.
That man was a phenomenal writer. You understand? An absolutely outstanding writer.
Yeah.
So if we didn't have the sins of Kelly to deal with, I could sit here and praise his songwriting forever. So I fully understand how it could be number 1.
Yeah.
I'm just not flexing with it right now.
I completely understand, bro. Also, let's see what else. So and Sally, You Are Not Alone with his last singles that went to number 1. His last single that went to number 1.
I blame Tommy Mottola for that 100%.
There you go.
And we will get into that.
I believe was it around this time? Oh no, I think that was when we get to Invincible. Okay, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, but so next we got Blood on the Dance Floor.
Blood on the Dance
Floor. which honestly, when this album went out, I did not know about this album at all. I'm not even gonna hold you. I did not know about the album when it came out, but I listened to it later. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Turns out this was a remix album, basically.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah. So like it was a remix album for Song for History. And they had some new songs as well.
Although, like
Yeah.
for a remix album, it did, like you said, have a good amount of decent songs. But basically, it was supposed to be. It was just basically a follow up to History. Even to its name, History in the Mix.
In the Mix. Yep. And I believe he had five songs off this album that was brand new, or 5 or 6 off this album that brand new.
Five.
No, that's five. My bad. Blood on the Dance Floor, Morphus, Superfly, Sister, Ghost, and Is It Scary?
Yeah, Morphine. Yeah.
My bad, Morphine. There you go. And and I'm gonna be honest. I did not listen to this album too much, but I did like Blood on the Dance Floor. You know.
I loved Blood on the Dance Floor.
Yeah.
Ghost was a good second. And this is the first time I'm gonna say this, and the only time I'm probably gonna say this about a modern Michael Jackson album.
Yeah.
The rest of it was not
I agree.
you know, you feel me?
Yeah.
But Ghost was really good, and all these remixes were cool.
Yeah. The thing about it, Ghost with another video that was like a 30 minutes left video.
Yes,
Wow.
it was. Lord, it was way too long.
It was, I couldn't finish it for some reason. It was way too long. I'm gonna try to watch it now, but it always, every time I try to watch it, it was way too long. I agree with that. That's the one thing that, honestly, if I had to say, this was not my favorite Michael Jackson project, like, at all. You know?
This would probably be the least favorite out of the entirety.
Wait.
Wait, I take that back.
Yeah.
My least favorite is probably Ben, actually.
Well, yeah. but that, kid.
I'm not jacking a song about a mouse.
Wow.
No.
Nah, not here too.
Yeah,
But I didn't even know about this Blood on the Dance Floor album.
I'm not gonna hold you, me either. When it was out, I didn't know about it. I found out about this after he died. So
Damn, you ain't found out about this until 2009?
Yeah. This is the only album I didn't know about.
So
Yeah, this is the
I
only
knew
album
about it. I just knew from time that it was not my favorite.
Got it.
I didn't know about it in 97. I was 7. I just discovered Biggie in 97. But I definitely did know about it eventually. I learned about it a little bit after Invincible, because Invincible had me so taken aback that it really drew me into just deep appreciation for Michael Jackson.
Yeah, and that's it, before we get to Invincible, that's next. Let's get to these little facts that we got. This album sold 6 million. Jeez, Michael.
World?
Yep, worldwide.
Definition. Now,
Yeah.
even though that's still good numbers for anybody else in the world, that is an ultra flop for somebody who just averaged legitimately 20 million every single drop.
Yeah.
how much was it, Ken?
6 million. 6 million. Yeah.
You see?
Gee, yeah, I know. So.
Literally almost 92% of every other artist of every other genre, 6 million is a success.
Yeah. But to Michael, it wasn't. I get it.
To Michael, it was.
Yeah.
You heard that sound Roddy just made?
Yeah.
Roddy made it sound like he heard the album sold 14,000.
You're back. Yeah. Also, this album only went platinum. One time platinum.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
You know, he sold 6 million records in the world.
Yeah.
I know he didn't do too many platinums off of it.
Nah.
Yeah, but also reviews wise, it got a lot of mixed reviews. As people enjoyed it, but people didn't enjoy it.
I understand, because at this point you done dropped basically 2 compilation albums back to back.
Yeah. That's true. Yep, that's true.
The first one we was jacking. The second one, come on, Sean.
Yeah. But, Michael took a long break. He took a long break, and he came back in 2001. He came back with Invincible. 10th album, the 10th and final studio album that he was alive that he actually did.
Yes, there you go.
So let's do this. Let's do this, y'all. I know y'all wait for this. Y'all wait for this. How y'all feel about Invincible? Y'all wait for this. And let me look for the actual stack for this. I didn't get the actual numbers for how much it sold. I'm gonna get that. We'll look for that real quick. But how y'all feel about this album, y'all?
So I'll go first because this album is probably my favorite overall Michael project, period. I'm not going to say probably. I've listened to this album back and forth more times than probably any other human on the planet that hasn't passed out at a Michael Jackson show, right? Because I'm sure they've outdone me. I'm not doing all that. So, Cornerstone, I got a little story. I remember my dad brought this album home. I still have the copy that my dad brought home.
Oh, wow.
Right? I remember when they were selling it, they had 4 different alternate album covers. So, the idea was to collect them. This album, I know Ken said he don't have all the facts, but I'll give a couple facts.
Oh, yeah, do your things, Valerie. If you got it, do your thing. If you got it, do your thing.
This album actually sold 2 million in its debut.
Oh, wow.
Which for everybody else,
2 million.
2 million domestically. Sorry.
Oh,
which
this was when it first dropped. This was when it first came out. Like the wow, that's crazy.
Right. So it sold 2 million domestically, which is a fail for Michael Jackson. However, the album was his least promoted album of all time.
Yeah.
Only yielding one video, which was the video for "You Rock My World." There was plans for more videos. But
we know what happened. Everything that was going on at that time was
he was at war with Tommy Mottola and Sony.
That too, right?
That was actually the bigger part because I promise you this: between September 11th just happening,
it was a lot.
Right. It was a lot against everybody was not doing the numbers that they could do in the months following September 11th.
That's true, right?
The fact that derailed D12 and even though Blueprint was a classic, it could have sold more if September 11th did not happen.
That's true. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. Tommy Mariah X, dude, man.
So between all of those factors, especially the biggest factor actually being the thing with Tommy Mottola, because Butterflies was set to be the second single.
It was.
But
actually, it was the third. They said.
Who was the second?
The second, I'm trying to Cry.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know Cry was the second single. I always thought it was Butterflies.
I didn't know that either. I always thought it was Butterflies too. I thought Cry was third.
Yeah, they said here that Cry was the second single, but it was not. I guess in the US it was. I guess in the US it
wasn't received.
Yeah.
Nah, they didn't. Remember, it wasn't. Tommy Mottola and Sony purposely undermarketed the album because of the beef that Michael Jackson had with them.
Yeah, hold on. I got the info right here. So they said the second single, Cry, would not release in the US. It was only moderate success with the song. Most successful territory was being in Spain, Damar, France, and Benton, with charting at the number 16 to 30 to 31. So yeah, so you might be right too. I think he probably did that. Probably blocked it from it being released in the US for that as a single, possibly.
But now the part we've all been waiting for: top 3 from Invincible. Don't be surprised. All right, so my top 3 from Invincible. Number 3, Unbreakable.
Oh yeah.
This is the other song he did featuring the Notorious B.I.G.
Yep.
Right. So number 3 is Invincible. Number 2, always going to be Super Hard, but you got to give it to the illustrious Butterflies.
Yep.
Right. And my number 1, as I said before off of this, is a sleeper. But honestly, this is the only one I'll do a real tie for because this one is really a struggle. It's between Heaven Can Wait and Break of Dawn. You know what? Let's keep it even. We're going to call Heaven Can Wait. And we'll do Break of Dawn as my number 2. And Butterflies is my number 3. Unbreakable is my number 4. And I'll do a top 5 since it's the last Alive album anyway.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Whatever Happens.
Okay, dope. Roddy, what you got?
Man, Invincible. What I could say about Invincible is great album. I ran it just as much as you, Mally. Like, we'll get in the car, be driving, and that shit will be bumping from front to finish. We'll go on trips. You know, tell you, like, it was very sleeper, but ideally, you know, it's a great album, you know, front to back. You know?
Right.
Like, people really did sleep on this album. I don't know why. Like, he tried to keep up with the times, and he really did with the beats. The production was very great.
Yeah.
He did this damn thing.
I don't think I could pick top 3. I'm gonna have to pick top 4.
Do you think, right? Do you think?
Coming in at number 4, You Rock My World. Coming in at number 3 has to be Invincible.
Alright.
Coming in at number 2, Unbreakable. A tie for number 1, of course. Damn, I should have just said 5. I guess I'm about to include it number 5. Heaven Can Wait and Butterflies. Both beautiful, undeniable songs.
Absolutely.
Like, beautiful love songs, beautifully written, beautiful melody. Like, you can't go wrong with both of those.
Absolutely.
For me, Invincible, I can hold you. I do agree with y'all. It is a sleeper album. I did sleep on this album a little bit, but then I heard this album in full, and this is an amazing album. It should have got more credit, so I definitely agree with y'all on that. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a top 5 as well. Top 5. Number 5, You Rock My World. Number 4, gonna say Unbreakable. And number 4. Number 3, I'm gonna say Heaven Can Wait. Number 2, I'm gonna say Break of Dawn. Number 1, Butterfly. And I looking at this list, and I didn't know Tyrese was wrote on this album.
Listen, there's a lot of people who snuck in little things on this album.
That is true. A lot of people.
I'm looking. Of course, Teddy Riley was on this project. Of course, Babyface was on this project.
Yep.
Tyrese was on this project.
Brandy.
Oh,
Brandy
was? Brandy was?
Yeah.
Oh,
Brandy has vocals on Break of Dawn.
Word? I didn't know that.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. Oh, that's dope.
R. Kelly made it back to this freaking album.
He R. Kelly too? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, he did Cry.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I did not know he wrote Cry. Wow.
So you already know what's my default least favorite, but that's actually if it wasn't for that, The Lost Children probably would have been my least favorite.
I think I might agree with you on The Lost Children as well. I would agree with you on Lost Children as well. What about you, Roddy? What's your least?
I'm gonna be third and say The Lost Children.
Alright. So we already know around the time you said about the whole Tommy
Mottola.
Yeah.
That monster.
He's a monster, man, terrible man. And you may say some of the facts about this album, Mali. I'm gonna say something a little bit more. This album did debut at number 1. This album did debut at number 1. I don't remember how many weeks it did number 1, but I know it definitely did debut. This was double platinum. And here come a left field fun fact. Michael Jackson made an appearance, a cameo on the Men in Black 2.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, he made.
I definitely do remember that.
Yeah, he made an appearance on the Men in Black 2. And so after that was his last live album. So he did come out with an actual greatest hits album called The Number One Hits, the number ones, which had many #1 songs on it, which he had one new song off that album called "One More Chance."
Mm-hmm.
But sadly, that album did not receive for everything that he was going through at the time with the trial. This was the second trial now. There was the second trial, sadly, and stuff like that. And of course, "One More Chance" was written also by R. Kelly again for a third time. But then I got something to say. You know, I do agree with you, Mally, about he innocent. You know, Michael is definitely innocent. But I got a bone to pick with somebody. I got a bone to pick with Flex Alexander.
Oh yeah!
Oh my God!
I got a question actually, my guy. I'm a fan of you, dude. But what were you thinking when you made that movie? When you made that biopic movie with Michael Jackson? What were you?
I know what he was thinking.
Like, what were you thinking?
I need a check. I've been thinking the same thing.
Yeah, and the thing that bothered me is Flex was a fan of Michael, so the fact that he did that was kind of crazy to me. You know, that's what got me a little bit. Like
my dude, after you saw the script, after you saw half of the stuff that was going down, you really couldn't say, nah, this can't be done, or nah, I'm not with it. Come on, son.
Yeah, that's what I'm just.
They would have got somebody else.
I agree. Like I was like, dang, like Flex, like dang, like why, like what, like.
And it's bad because he'll always be remembered for one
that. Yeah, exactly.
Remember for that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's crazy. But sadly, #1 did not make the charts because apparently at the time you couldn't add greatest hit album at the time.
Right, to the chart.
Yeah, until they changed the rules now until after Michael died, but at the time, when this happened, you couldn't add greatest hits. Couldn't add it to the chart, but this was added to the chart. It went to #1 later, of course, after his death. But yeah. So now we about to be close to the end of the show, and now we are on the where this is it tour where he was announced that he was going to retire.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was announced that this was his last tour, stuff like that, and he was looking forward to it, and also, he rehearsed and everything. Then of course, in June 25th of 2009, Michael Joseph Jackson passed away. So my question to ask y'all is, when y'all heard this news, where were y'all at when y'all heard this news and stuff like that? And what was your mindset when it happened? Like when y'all heard that he passed away?
Damn.
I remember being there I was at my girlfriend's house at the time. Shout out to Jody. She took it really hard. Little shockingly hard, being her boyfriend at the time, when she's mourning another man. But she took it really hard. I remember hearing about it. I remember, I'm the type of person, I'm not claiming it until it's really out there claimed.
Yeah.
And I remember when they said he had the cardiac event and all that, and they was trying to get him. And then he died. I was like, oh man, I really didn't want him to die, especially because he was coming out with a new album. He was doing his things. I needed there to be a chance that we would go back and really go in and do a little bit more for Invincible, and then move on to This Is It, and This Is It be a smash album. I really wanted that, but sadly it just wasn't to be.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. And what about you, Roddy? Where were you at when you heard stuff like that?
I was in the house, chilling with my family, and then we see the news about the cardiac arrest and the news that it could make it. We were just glued to the TV for hours. And he died in June 25th, right? So
June 25th, yeah.
So it was a nice summer day, and we were just bored in the house, just watching, glued to the TV till the news came that he died. And this was something that, was crazy. The whole world mourned. It was just really sad to see Michael go. knowing that, of course, he announced a few days, like Mally said, that he was doing the This Is It tour, and people was ready to buy tickets for that. It was a whole bunch of stuff that was going around and everything. It was just something that everybody was anticipating to see because it was Michael coming back, really big.
Agreed.
So everybody was anticipating this, and then you hear the news about him passing and this and that. So it was just real sad day. That's all I gotta say.
It was, and I couldn't remember this. I remember this the day because, oddly enough, King Toxin and Jerns came to the block that day, and we was outside chilling, talking and stuff like that. I remember, and out of nowhere, we heard the news about he wasn't carried out arrest, and we were like, "Oh no, hope nothing happened," and stuff like that. Then like a few moments, perhaps like an hour later, my father came outside and told me, cause I was a Michael Jackson fan, so he came outside and told me like, Michael Jackson passed away. I was like, oh dang, and I took it hard. I was I've always been a fan. Also, like I mentioned about the This Is It tour, I was hyped because, like Mally said too, like I was looking forward to see a new album from Michael and see what he was going to do next. And the fact that we never got a chance to really get that from his actual former Michael. That it was just sad, man. He left a legacy. I ain't gonna hold you. It's kind of hard to believe that he passed away. I'm not going to go to heart even to this day.
Even to this day.
It's too crazy. I'm not going to hold you on that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. After the fact, of course, he did come out with project. Came out with project. I forgot what the term is called. After somebody
Posthumous. Yeah.
Posthumous. Yeah.
Yeah. And he came out with 3 projects. Of course, he came out with This Is It collection, which was like another greatest hits, but also had a new song called This Is It on there. Also had the self-titled title Michael,
and
then had Escape, what was produced by Timbaland and stuff like that.
Escape was my joint.
Me too. I enjoy Escape, yo. I really enjoy Escape as well.
I check out Escape.
Yeah, Michael though.
Chicago. That's all I got to tell you, Roddy. Chicago.
Yeah. Escape was dope. Yeah, Chicago. Love feels so good.
Love never felt so good.
Yeah, and here's the thing, they got the original version and they got the updated version. Justin had the version. Listen to the original version. All those songs, man, like G. Louise, like that had that 80 feel to it, yo. That had that 80 feel. Yeah, it's dope. That was a dope project, man, and it's really dope, man. So before we go, I'm gonna say some more Michael Jackson facts, and then if y'all got any more to say, then stuff like that. Cause I just found one that Michael Jackson, he was a regular at the club named Studio 54. So, also, for the American Dream, he handpicked Angela Bassett to be his mother for American Dream.
Wow.
Like that.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Did he handpick Mr. Tima?
I'm pretty sure Jermaine did that.
Shout out to Mr. Tima.
Yo,
shout out to Mr. Tima.
Yeah, we got to do that. Shout out to Mr. Tima, who he was our new teacher in Robeson. He was in the American Dream movie. Shout out to him, man.
He's also a singer in his own right. Shout out to Khalil Iman.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. You know what? I got one more question. I'm not sure how we all gonna feel about this question now, but who would you feel is the closest to Michael's legacy? If you feel like if an artist could get to that level, I said if an artist could get to that level, who do you feel would be that artist? And
honestly, especially now in this day and age, nobody can get to that level. Who's doing what he did? It's literally not even truly possible to do what he did anymore. But with the way music is consumed, let's adjust it for modern energies and modern sales, modern energies, modern sounds.
Yeah.
If we make that little adjustment, that standard deviation, if we grade it on a curve, that's the phrase. If we grade it on a curve, I would say I used to say Chris Brown. Used to say Chris Brown. He was doing really, really big things, and then his music kind of got like, hey, I'll do whatever's hot today.
He said, yo, it's funny, son. On Me and Jen Starry, he's got the same exact thing. Chris Brown was the closest to get to that level, and then he just went to basically what today's music did, and he pretty much lost that track where he was originally aiming for.
Right.
I agree with that. Chris Brown, I feel like Chris Brown was close to that level, but then he just lost his way.
Basically.
I was literally going to say the same exact thing. So yes, Chris Brown was closest, and he did lose his way. If he would have continued in the route, maybe.
I mean, in Chris's defense, what is he, 32, 33? He might be, he's around my age, so he got to be 32, 34.
He's 1 year older than you, so he's 33. He's just 33. He's just
Got you. So he still has a lot of time on the clock to try to turn it around and really make the type of music that endears you into the annals of time.
Yeah,
that's true though.
Will he do it? I don't know. I mean, he just had another kid. He's older. He's more mature. He might get focused on it. Who knows? Right.
But also Michael had kids too. He had 3.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So it's still possible. The thing is,
do he want it?
Do he want that? Do he want to go that route? That's what I'm saying.
And what we're seeing is he might not actually want to go that route. Because he's not choosing that route. He's choosing, how can I make some ends today?
Yeah.
Because Chris Brown, if you're listening to this, Mr. Brown, I know that you got more in you than what you put out musically. I know it. And this is not pressure from a guy you don't know. This is just me saying I know you are better than what you're putting out.
I agree.
I know it.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, Chris definitely was the closest to me as well. Especially after Michael's death, I feel like he really wanted to step up even though he was going through his stuff too.
Right. But Michael died literally 6 months after the Rihanna thing.
Yeah. And I felt like after that he wanted to really step up, and he did for a little bit.
For a little bit, he did.
He did for a little bit, and then he had to change the whole direction. And then, like I mentioned, he had kids and stuff like that too, and he was going through his own personal, demons, stuff like that.
Right.
But I agree. I want Chris to go back to that route too, and
right. Because Chris doesn't use his voice. And I think that's the biggest thing. He's not using his voice to the best of his ability. He has an incredible voice.
He does.
He does not have a hoes ain't loyal voice. He has the type of voice that could move people if you use it in that way.
I agree with that too. I agree with that. But of course, other people as well feel like they could get to that level. They say Usher possibly could. They said Justin Timberlake could get to that level. They even said Bruno Mars could get to that level.
Bruno Mars.
They said Bruno Mars could get to that level.
He probably should have been at the top of this conversation, honestly.
I think now, if I had to pick somebody, it probably would be Bruno now. If I had to say,
I ain't gonna front, yeah. Now that you mentioned him,
he might be.
Yeah.
He might be the person.
Because he's going out of his way to make the type of music that's going to be felt.
Yeah.
A decade later, that's going to be felt a century later.
Exactly.
Like, say what you want about Bruno Mars or whatever, cultural appropriation. He's brown enough, it's fine. He makes really good music, but he also makes really fun music. And he makes modern music with the history in mind, while still using his voice and appealing to modern sensibilities. Bruno Mars, you know what? Bruno Mars. It is Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree too.
But I feel like, who knows what the future holds? Somebody else may come out and surpass Bruno, but we have to wait and see.
Yeah,
It's also
about now.
See, the thing that you get about Michael Jackson is the body of work. So somebody would have to come behind Bruno Mars and eclipse his body of work that quickly.
True, yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah,
But for the time being, it is Bruno.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Bruno as well. And it's crazy because Michael got kids and he got nieces and nephews that doing music right now too. T3, you got the Jabbar Jackson, who came up with a song I believe was last year, was pretty dope. Also, Michael's daughter Paris came out with a song I believe.
Oh, she did?
Yeah,
She did? That I didn't know.
I think last year. I never heard it, but I heard when I looked it up. Paris came out with a song I believe last year and stuff like that. So I mean, it might be a possibility if they want to go that route with their father did. Of course, it could be a lot of pressure or trying for a lot of pressure, but yeah, but maybe they don't want to go that route. Maybe they want to do their own legacy as well. So I get that too, but
being who they are, I know a lot of people are going to try to mold them into it.
Exactly, yeah, that's true.
Which could bode well or could bode bad.
Exactly.
You could either get Charlotte Flair or you could get David Flair.
Yep.
Facts, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's definitely true. But y'all, this was a good conversation, y'all. First recipe to the king of pop. And this year will be the 40th anniversary of Thriller. This year in November.
40th?
40th, yep.
I bet the Thriller came out in 83.
Yeah, I mean, I looked it up. It said the anniversary of this year. Like, this year. I thought it was 83 as well, but it said this.
No. If you looked it up, you know I trust you. I'm just saying what I thought.
No, I believe you. No. It was 82, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, this year. There you go. For 40-year anniversary. There you go. There you go. And they saying that Sony announced their 40th anniversary WCD reissue composed of both album and bonus discs containing outtakes from the original recording sessions. The album also plans to be reissued on both Super Audio CD and Venti by Marble Fendi Sound Lab.
Nice.
Yeah,
I want to hear it.
Me too. I want to see what they're gonna do with that too. But you already know that is the old school show. The highlight, Michael Jackson. And thank you to the bro, Long Live the Chief, Malimal, for coming on the show, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You already know, man.
So glad to be here. You know it already. I'm really happy to be on these type of shows.
Yeah, this was a fun episode. Also, we got a shout out to King Toxan for dropping through as well. So shout out to King Toxan as well, dropping through.
Yes.
Shout out to him, man. Shout out to my co-host, the bro, the star Roddy Rod.
Yes, man. Always an honor, bro. Always an honor.
It is an honor for me too. It's always fun doing the episodes, y'all. And sadly, this will be the last old school show for now. Until we return, we're gonna be on mid-break. But y'all already know, before we leave, drop your social media where everybody can reach you.
Hold on. Before we get to that, I just did a little fact check on something I said earlier. I want to make sure we got it right. Michael Jackson is still the second best-selling, still has the second best-selling album of all time. He is the best-selling single artist of all time, still, with a bullet. But the second best, and he falls to the Eagles' greatest hits album.
Oh wow!
Wait, so that changed. So he was number one. Then he dropped to number two, or was he?
No, he was always number two to this Eagles album.
Oh, okay, got it.
And as he sold more, they also sold more. So they went up from 28. Now they're at 38 million. 38 times platinum, aka 3 diamond and 8 platinum, versus Michael Jackson's 34 million.
Gee Louise.
Right.
But we already know once that 4-year anniversary album come out, it's a wrap. He gonna get that number one spot, yeah. He gonna get the number one spot. But you already know, bro. Long Live the Chief. Drop the social media where everybody can reach you, and drop every project that you're doing. This is your time, bro. Then listen. They're writing you next. They're writing after.
All right, listen. They call me Malimal. Long Live the Chief. This is Chief stuff we're talking about. So listen, guys. I need y'all support. I need y'all to have our back on this. We are jumping out the window. We are dropping a new podcast. We call it the Bridge Podcast, where we be bridging the gap between now and then, between the mind and between the spirit, baby. That's going to be co-hosted by my bros, the one and only Grand Shinobi Hassani and the Source King 21 Kyle. We're going to be on that show tearing it up. That show will debut in mid-June. All right, June 15th is the debut date. Okay. Following that up, we are going to have a few events if we can over the summer, but the biggest of which we are looking to bring back the Robeson mixtape. So we're looking for those artists out there from Robe. We're looking for everybody who could have been involved with this, and we want to revamp this. We got spots picked out. We just need the team. All right. Last but not least, the music is coming. I'm promising you, everybody who's listening to the old school show right now, I'm promising you, Mansa and the game tapes will be out before 2022. We are looking for third quarter dates, right? So we're looking for Mansa around September. We're looking for the game tapes during the summer. It is all going to come to a head. So much of this stuff is written. We just got to get to the studio and perfect it, baby. We are out here. We're going to keep doing this because we do it for the love. We don't do it for the money, because if we did it for the money, we would have quit a long time ago. You are talking to the 40th MC based on Amanda Diva's knowledge of it. All right. If you've never heard that song, you can listen to it. Don't worry. You don't have to listen to it more than once. With that being said, follow me on everything. They call me Malimal. Just type it in. I will pop up. I promise. I'll be the first thing to pop up. They call me Malimal. You can Google me, baby. They call me. I'm not going to insult your intelligence and tell you how to spell they call or me. Malimal is Malimal. Straight up. Take it from here, Ken.
There you go. Long little chief. Yo, Star, do your thing. What are you doing? Do your thing, bro.
Alright. So you already know. I go by the Star Roddy Rod. You already know. Right now, check me out on my podcast tour. Also, look out for my new podcast coming soon. Don't have a date yet, so you already know. Conversation with a Star. And you can follow me on IG on The Star Roddy Rod. I ain't gonna tell you how to spell The Star, but Roddy Rod spelled RODDYROD. Check me out here, Old School Show. Check me out. Follow my page to get updates on me and everything that I'm doing. Over and out.
Yeah, there you go. And thank y'all for listening to the Old School Show with myself and the Star Roddy Rod. We'll be right back. Cheers! Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, like the podcast and the Premiere Boyz Podcast. And this commercial is brought to you by the Premiere Boyz Podcast, where four people do where we talk about anything about the culture. You know, hosted by myself, Ken, aka MrGentleman, Mr. Aaron Sands from King Talk with Aaron Sands, the Star Roddy Rod, who is also my co-host of the Old School Show, and long live the Chief Malimal. And we talk many topics, from politics, music, sex, love, relationships, and many more. And also every topic that's going on in the news right now. Many of our topics are very controversial, and the podcast show might not be for everybody because we talk about many explicit content, and yeah. So if y'all decided to check out the show, y'all be warned because y'all might need a drink or two. And yeah, because this podcast is so crazy. I'm shocked it had not got canceled yet. So if y'all looking forward to listen to the Premiere Boyz Podcast, check it out on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and many more. Each and every Wednesday at 12 a.m. You can check out the Premiere Boyz Podcast with myself, Mr. Aaron Sands, Star Roddy Rod, and long live the Chief Malimal. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman. Have a good day and night wherever you're listening to this episode. Now back to the show. Yeah! I just want to take the time and thank everybody for tuning into this latest episode of Mr. Gentleman Like the Pocket Presents, the old school show. Thank you to my special guest, my bro, long live the Chief Malimal, for coming on the show. Thank you for coming on, man. It was definitely a fun time having you on for the first time on the old school show. And y'all, he got a lot of things coming. He got new music coming real soon. We got a project coming real soon. He got his new podcast show called The Bridge coming in June 15th. The Bridge podcast coming in June 15th. And I look forward to see what this brother is about to do. He's doing a whole lot of amazing things. Also, thank you to my surprise guest, Mr. Aaron King Talk Sands, for surprising us on today's episode. I did not know he would jump on today, but thank you, bro, for coming on, man. It's for the short amount of time that he was here. It was fun, and he definitely will be back on the show in July. So look out for him. And look out for his new season of King Talk with Aaron Sands coming in September 23rd. Season 2 of King Talk with Aaron Sands, September 23rd. I am executive producer of that show. So look out for the new season of King Talk. And check out his Road to Season 3 special coming soon. So look out for that as well. Also, shout out to my bro, my co-host of the Old School Show, the star Roddy Rod, man. You already know, man. Always fun doing the show with you, man. And we just gonna keep doing our thing, bro. And look out for his new solo podcast show called A Conversation with a Star, coming real soon. A Conversation with a Star, coming real soon. But if y'all want to hear all of us together on a more often, check out the Premiere Boyz Podcast. Even though right now we are on season break, but all of season 1 and all of season 2 is available right now on all streaming platforms except for Spotify. Season 3 is coming real soon. It's still no release date for season 3, but season 3 is coming, y'all. Season 3 is coming. And also in June, look out for the Premiere Boyz Podcast Presents the Care Package Volume 2, where we drop in mini interviews or feature all over from other shows and some unreleased episodes. So we got 2 unreleased episodes we will be dropping for the Kid Package series, and look out for it, y'all. And y'all already know where I'm at every Sunday, MrGentleman Like That Podcast, each and every Sunday at 12 a.m. and every Thursday, every first and third Thursday at 12 a.m. Every first and third Thursday at 12 a.m. We are on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Composite, many more. We got 6 more episodes left in the main series of MrGentleman Like the Podcast. 6 more episodes left on the main series of MrGentleman Like the Podcast season 5. 6 more episodes left. MrGentleman Like the Podcast presents the Old School Show with myself and star writer Rod. Second half of season 2 of the Old School Show will be returning in September. Second half of season 2 of the Old School Show, we are returning with new episodes in September. So we are taking a 2-month break because this is the mid-season finale of the Old School Show, y'all. So we are taking a short break from this spin-off show. But don't worry, the main series will still be on with 6 more episodes. And MrGentleman Like the Pocket presents Date Night Talk Pocket with myself and Miss Vanna B. Every first and third Thursday at 12 a.m. Every first and third Thursday at 12 a.m. So 2 shows will currently do be on MrGentleman Like the Pocket Network, the main series, and Date Night Talk Podcast. And MrGentleman Like the Pocket presents A Conversation About Music Podcast every first Sunday at 12 a.m. Season 2 later this year, y'all. Season 2 later this year. So look out for season 2 of A Conversation About Music Podcast. And listen to all of season 1 right now. And check out MrGentleman Like the Podcast and all other spin-off shows on MrGentleman Like the Podcast Network. If you want to be on my show from the main series, A Conversation About Music Podcast, Date Night Talk Podcast, and the Old School Show, y'all can send me a bio about yourself and everything that's due to my email, Ken, YPGENT at gmail.com. Ken, KEN, YPGENT at gmail.com. Or y'all could send me a bio and hit me up on IG. Ken _ Mr. Gentleman. I'll repeat, Ken, KEN _ Mr. MR Gentleman, GENTLEMAN. Y'all can also follow me on Good Pods, Ken, Mr. Gentleman. Good Pod catered to many independent podcasters. You could listen to each other's show. It shows you new way to network not only with other independent podcasters, but also network with your audience as well. And also, you could get on the charts. And right now, we are doing the Good Pod charts review. Because since this is the only chart that Mr. Gentleman and Like the Podcast is on at the moment. And the top 100 shows, we are number 19 on the normal chart, and we are number 17 on the indie charts for top 100 shows. For society and culture, we are number 6 on the normal chart, and we are number 5 on the indie charts. For documentary, we are number 2 on the normal chart, and we are number 1. We are still number 1 on the documentary charts. And also, the Nickelodeon episode for the old school show with Magna and Marsha just got re-debuted on number 63. And yeah, as I know, today make a 1-year anniversary of this episode. This episode was one of my biggest episodes, but actually my second biggest episode. My second episode that had 4-digit numbers. 4-digit numbers. This is the second episode that had that. So this episode means a lot to me, even though we had small minor issues, but the episode means a lot to me, and I just want to say thank you everybody that been supporting the show, not only the episode but every show. It means a lot that y'all appreciate the content that I bring to y'all, whether from my guests telling stories about their life experience, me telling y'all personal story about me opening up to y'all about everything that I've been going through. And we having fun on the show, where whether we talk about music, or we talk about anything old school, or we talk about dating and relationships. You know, I just want to thank y'all for tuning in, and thank y'all for giving me a chance. Because, you know, not everybody give, you know, a guy like me who dealt with speech problems as a kid, social anxiety, and stuff like that, who been bullied a lot as a kid, a chance. So for that y'all to, you know, sit back, put your headphones on, listening to Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast, it means a lot, and it's personal to me because I put my blood, sweat, and tears to the show. And, you know, and when people from other podcasting networks who want to go on a show and throw subs on you, subs on their show, try to bring you down for no reason, it's just like, what was the point of that, you know? Like, my tip for that is focus on you. Don't focus on that negative, yo. Like, you know, I'm not a person with drama. Negative reaction is pointless to me, you know. Not all negative reactions deserve a reaction, you know. And right now, I'm just focused on, you know, my craft, focus on my show, focus on my brand, focus on y'all, to bring y'all the best content that I could bring to y'all. Because honestly, y'all the one that matters. The one that support me is all that matters. Negative reviews, negative sub, all that negative nonsense do not matter to me at all. People could say many things. People could skip my show. Look, I film a show, they could skip my show and ignore it. And that would not bring me down, because by that, I would come 10 times harder, you know. I would come 10 times harder, and just to prove the point. So, honestly, no reaction is the best reaction. And, yeah, sometimes not every negative reaction deserves a reaction. That's my tip. That's my Mr. Gentleman fact tip. And I'm just here to bring y'all the best content that y'all deserve, and just to put out the best show for y'all to enjoy, you know. So thank y'all for just taking the time to support me for the last 3 years, man. even the people that try to bring me down, thank y'all too, because y'all just only making me go harder. Y'all just making me go harder, man. If y'all knew my life, man, yeah, I've been through a lot. but yeah, just sorry about that, y'all. But also check out the website, the website, Real Mr. Gentleman, I Like the Podcast website. Y'all can check out every episode from Mr. Gentleman, Like the Podcast, the YouTube series. Y'all can buy the merch that's on TeePublic. The partner with TeePublic. Y'all can buy the merch, and yeah, and y'all can read the article, the Shout Out LA article, and many more. So get on the website, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com, and yeah, and once again, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to this latest episode of Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast Presents, the old school show with myself and the star Roddy Rod. Have a good day and night wherever you're listening to this episode.
This is Aaron Sands, and you are now listening to the Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.